Kick to the gut. I like it.
Yo, how's everybody doing? It's Mr. Young.
And it's Foreign in the building. How are you, my brother?
I'm good. I feel a little bit refreshed from this past weekend. How are you feeling right now?
I'm good. The weather's great. Perfect time for you guys to kick back and relax and catch up on some wrestling, bro.
Bro, don't even talk to me about the weather, man. Right now, this is like prime nap time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, bro. But appreciate you sacrificing your nap time for this. And I'm also sacrificing... Basically, no lah. I'm actually just chillaxing. Like, got no plans today.
For sure. Like, I mean, thank you, by the way, everybody in chat. Irvin, it's good to see you. Father Maka, what's up? Referee Ryan, Jason, let's go. All right, so much to talk about. I feel like I say that every single week, but this week is mostly the drama, lah, bro. All the drama.
Yeah, man, bro. First of all, right, bro. I got a shout out to everyone that just came on like straight away live from the get go.
Yeah.
Apparently, my girlfriend dropped me a text and said that she will be joining in for the first 10 minutes. So you're not gonna talk on the chat, I know, but shout out to you, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, the first 10 minutes we will now discuss very poignant, very serious topics. Foreign, what do you think about the current state of cryptocurrency?
Oh no, it's okay, bro. She's cool. You can talk cock. Plus, but tone down on the the suggestive language, guys. Please,
Okay. None of that stuff. We shall not embarrass Foreign. Chat, do not embarrass Foreign. Chat, that is your one goal. Do not. Huh? What? I say do not. What? I said do not.
The tone in your voice, brother.
Edison, it's good to see you. Zayden, it's good to see you as well. Zayden asks, any part of me still burning? Oh, Foreign, I have to tell you. Last Friday, I did a taste test on the Power Breakfast Show, my other live stream on Facebook, where I have 3 different live streams because,
Yes.
Apparently live stream is life. But I taste tested the ghost pepper instant noodles, bro.
Oh shit, they didn't just release it or they just about to drop it?
It's about a year already.
Oh, okay. I heard about this, yeah.
Yeah, but I never bothered trying. I don't know why. I saw somebody do it on TikTok. I'm like, maybe this will be good content. Oh, bro. Was it like, it was a mistake?
You regretted it, bro. You have regret.
Zayden, no red Cody packs. Maybe got red something else, but, we are keeping the first 10 minutes PG. This is PG era WWE.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Young, man. I've checked you out on TikTok, bro. You got quite the content, bro. Your Uncle Raymond all.
I try. All the kids are on TikTok now, so you gotta go where the kids are. You know what I'm saying?
I am a silent observer. I'm like Batman, bro. Just observe.
Are you vengeance?
No, I hungry, bro.
Edison said, thanks for the Ferrari last week.
The Ferrari?
He trying to get you in trouble with the girlfriend lah.
Oh, Ferrari. Oh, okay, yeah.
So you got money to give Edison Ferrari, no money to, give your girlfriend Ferrari. What's up, bro? You gotta step up your game. Maybe that's because you're saving up for the Lamborghini.
I mean, if you're talking about Ferrari toy car, yeah, maybe I must have passed you some $10 for budget, bro. But shout out to you, man.
Now we are green. Tesla.
Oh, yeah. Hey, bro, I learned a new term today, bro. Not today, recently. ESG companies, bro.
Wait,
you know what that is?
ESG.
Yes,
wow,
yes.
I don't know, bro. You have to tell me.
Okay, so I've been down this stock investing rabbit hole, right?
Nice.
Then now I want to be like like a green warrior, bro.
Green warrior.
I want to only support ESG companies who value the environmental, social, and governance as part of their business philosophy, bro.
Is that right?
Yeah, that means WWE no ESG company for me, I cannot.
What are you talking about? WWE is very green, what, Actually,
green
okay. Of all the companies, I don't think any wrestling company has ever taken up this whole green environment sort of a movement, have they?
I mean, AEW did that whole culture city thing where they were trying to help, disable attendees to the event.
That one not green lah. That one is a different, how WWE does Special Olympics. They do a lot of goodwill stuff. So yes, okay. WWE has that. But specifically, I'm talking about green. We have turned all our trailer trucks into electric trucks or something like that.
Yeah, I know. I always see all these celebrities, they do that. Right? They go on tour. Oh, we on the Honda Civic tour. We want to save the environment.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. Yeah. So I was reading this news article about apparently, do you know that Taylor Swift uses the most amount of carbon gas on her private jets?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So they had like an entire report on that shit, bro.
Bro, Zayden says Earth champion foreign. Remember Daniel Bryan Danielson, the champion of the Earth?
Yes, planet's favorite champion, bro. Yes.
Hey,
So,
Saleh loves pizza. What's up?
oh guys, give a shout out to Saleh, our intern, bro. Our
Yeah.
young lion is
We
in
have
the
to go
house.
and buy you pizza one of these days, since apparently, you love pizza so much, it's in your username, bro.
Yes. Hey, your boss, aka Mr. Young and Foreign, want to see you after the podcast, please. 4 p.m.
Why you say Anu like this, yeah? In front of everybody.
No.
Irvin
We're all a community. Let's go.
Irvin says, I did my thesis at university on ESG. Hey, talk to Irvin about ESGs, bro. He's your hookup.
Bro, hey, you recommend which ESG companies to support and buy stocks? Let me know. I'll buy. Support.
Is that really what we're going to do? The first 10 minutes, we talk about serious things like stocks and environment. Wow, pouring it on thick, bro.
Just the first 10 minutes only, guys. Then after that, we can go back to normal.
Okay. Let's go back to the sus. I mean, not the sus, but the gossip, the talk of the town. Okay, and we are going to preview Clash at the Castle. We are going to preview AEW All Out, but we cannot start the program without giving a big shout out to our sponsor, Nikmat.
I'm gonna miss this guy, man. We only got this week and next week is our last day that he will sponsor us, bro.
Is that
so,
right? Okay.
Yeah. So we hit our 10 day package because he was telling me, he was saying like, hey, you guys, we appreciate all the help that you guys have supported every single coverage you guys given about him. But sometimes the timing might not just be right,
I see.
Because most of our fans are young people. Yeah.
But we always say, right? It doesn't matter. It's always good to know somebody in the property space because at the end of the day, it might not be now, but at some point in your life, you will need to buy, sell, and rent property, and he's your man. So right now, even if you're not looking for something to buy, sell, or rent, right? Go to his Instagram page, drop him a follow at 65 Roofs. Go chat with him about pro wrestling because we all know he's a big fan. I mean, he's talked to Butch, he's talked to Pete Dunne.
Wow, 2 people you talk to. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. And even Kenny Omega.
Alamak, he must have asked Kenny Omega like what's up with his return, what's up with AEW going on right now. You should have asked about that as well.
Kenny Omega should spend more time with Nikmat. He might be able to figure out this whole trios title nonsense and do a better job at it.
There's a trios title tag team right there. Nikmat, wife, and Kenny Omega. Let's go.
Oh, if only Kenny had this actual team, I would actually support Kenny Omega and his whole return. But that's a different story, which we will get to in just a little while. But yeah, like we mentioned, Nikmat's your guy, so take a screenshot of this right now. You never know when you'll need somebody, right? Or just take a photo of the QR code. That's how you can reach the guy.
If nothing else, if you want to support him, you want to support the podcast, you want to do us a favor, do him a favor, just follow him on Instagram. Keep him there in your circle, your explore page, or your social media circle. So anytime you can hit him up in the future.
Absolutely. In the meantime, okay, let's jump right into the tea. And there is so much tea, I don't even know where to start. Do we want to start with the championship match? Do we want to start with the backstage shenanigans?
Oh man, I think we get to dive right into it. Moxley, CM Punk, AEW Dynamite. I mean, that was the biggest news story of this past week.
Yes.
So many questions, so much fallout from that show.
Well, I'm going to shock the world right now and say,
come on.
I didn't hate that finish. I didn't hate that finish. I just don't like who is the champ. There's a difference. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes, it's Jason from Brunei. He DM'd me. He said he can't wait to hear Mr. Young's reaction to a guy who was having matches with Effie the week before, now the AEW Undisputed Champion.
Yeah, can't wait to hear. Okay, my issue is and will always be the fact that he represents the company in a piss poor manner, that he's going out there embarrassing himself, right? And we're talking about a multi-million-dollar company with new overlords, with new WB Discovery executives who are looking at their every move. Confirm, guarantee, plus chop. They even dropped the Batman cartoon series, no, bro.
Really?
Yes, they were going to make the first Batman cartoon series in 10 years. They're like, nah, fam, we're going to drop that. I mean, AEW should be looking at their books, at their content, and going, hey, we better not piss these executives off, man.
Yeah, man. If they can destroy or they can just shut down entire movie productions, costing millions of dollars. I mean, what is AEW in comparison?
Quick sidetrack, right? You know this Batman cartoon that they are cancelling?
Yeah.
They're cancelling but they're still producing and they're going to sell it to other sort of streaming platforms. Can you imagine if Disney Plus bought it and showed it on Disney Plus? Be like, yo, we got the Batman too.
Batman in near a Marvel property.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I think that would be the most baller move. But anyway, I know that was complete sidetrack. That will be our next spin-off podcast. Pop culture to the gut.
Okay, since you're sidetracking on Batman, I'm going to sidetrack on one more thing, bro.
Yeah.
A PR company approached me. Do you know this company called XM?
No,
It's like a figurine company.
Oh, yeah. At first, I was like, I only know XMM. I don't know XM.
Xiaomi me.
Wife not watching. My wife not watching. It's okay.
Okay, bro. This might interest you, bro. This Friday, XM is launching a new 1:30 scale of a Batcave alongside new releases and exclusive collectibles, bro.
Dude, that is so random, but you know how much these figurines cost, right? I don't know if anybody in chat collects these. These are like high-end figurines that cost like $300 to $500, sometimes $1,000, $3,000.
Yeah, man. So apparently, that's like just one of like the many releases that they're doing is at their XM store, bro. Kitchener Complex. Do you know the area, or have you been there before?
I know the area, but I have not been to their store. And I suggest, Foreign, that you do not bring this up to your girlfriend because this is a rabbit hole that is a huge money dump.
Yes, you dump all your money, bro. Throw all your money into this figurine collecting.
Go look only can.
Okay, Ken. So since you're talking about Batman, like, bro, if you want to go, let me know because I want to cover it. It's for media, bro.
There you go. This is the this is a teaser for our pop culture podcast. I swear.
Yes. We are testing the market, bro. Not we're doing analytics. Different topics.
What should we call that one? Kick to the balls. Anyway, let's get back to this. Look. I mean, see, there are so many questions, right? Is Punk still injured so he can't make the pay-per-view? Therefore, they're like, screw it, let's just make Moxley the champ, right? If that is indeed the case, then yes, that's exactly how they should have done it. Make it a very short match so that Punk cannot injure himself, play off the whole foot thing, how he tried to pivot on the foot. I know a lot of people were complaining, how come he grabbing the other leg? The point is he kicked with the right leg, but when you kick with your right leg, all the weight is on your left leg when you pivot. And that's the one that he broke. And, that's why he was selling the left leg. So that is the reason for that sort of thing playing out. I even will say that, people were complaining, why wasn't this the kick to the wallet? I like that, Zayden. People were complaining, why did this match happen in the middle of the show, not at the end, like a main event? And the commentators actually mentioned why. Did you catch what they said?
Did they say something about like they're gonna go long with this match? Stay. Yeah.
Well, they're giving it one because it's a title match. Title match is 1 hour time limit.
Yes, correct. And I think that's a great ruse. I think that was by design. People were expecting a long match.
But the problem with that is they also announced other stuff that was still happening on the show. So you kind of but okay, I can forgive them for that. I didn't hate the idea. Exactly. The match was only 3 minutes. Can you imagine if they started it at half an hour before the end? Then what are they going to fill the rest of the 20 minutes with?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, when you were watching it live, how legitimately shocked were you that it was Mox squashing Punk instead?
Okay, first of all, I did not watch it live because, I had work and other things to do. And of course, social media spoiled it for me already.
Okay.
But when I heard about it, I was like, wow, that's interesting. And I wanted to watch it before I formed any sort of conclusion because that's only fair, right?
Yes.
Like I was saying, upon watching it, I try to put away all the FE stuff. I try to put away the fact that Moxley looks like a homeless bum. Just get rid. Just put all those things aside, right? I'm like, I didn't hate the way it played out, but you put everything back in. I still don't like the fact that Mox is the champion and now he's like the figurehead champion with no contender.
Technically, yeah, no. I mean, other than if Punk literally just revealed that he wasn't really injured, then it would be a great story.
Tovakin, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, so that goes to the other thing, right? So what if this were an angle and Punk said yes to this angle?
Okay, I think there's a lot of truth in what you said. I think a lot of the speculation has led, maybe it was a shoot that Punk decided, hey, you know what? We have all this drama, all this negative reaction. Let's turn that into a storyline.
Yeah.
I think that's it. So like I actually read an interview that Punk did to hype up this match by Sports Illustrated. Do you see that?
No, I
He
didn't.
actually revealed. There was a quote of him talking about why he called out Hangman Page.
Okay.
Yeah, very interestingly, he said that it's live television, it's off the cuff. I'm here trying to sell tickets.
Mm.
So there is, in my opinion, he does have heat with him, but he used it to kind of like create massy television. Like, okay, I'm gonna throw this thing out. He knows people are gonna talk about it, and maybe it might piss Hangman off.
Yep.
For the time being, right? Because he's drawing on real issues. But at the end of the day, people were waiting to watch what's going on for Dynamite, and they got their first 1 million rating in a couple of months. So
Sure.
it kind of worked out. So
Yeah. But here's the thing. Is it going to lead to anything? Yeah, it's great that CM Punk recognized the opportunity to generate interest where there was none to begin with, right? But if you don't blow it off, then it means nothing.
yeah, my only concern is whether this really is an injury recurring and they're trying to play along to the storyline of the injury, or it's just a ruse and they're saving they rather take this drama right now because they're saving for something much bigger that's happening at All Out. Get what I mean?
Okay, well, All Out is in 1 week. Literally right now, as it stands, right? We have no main event. And don't fucking tell me the trios title match is the main event. Because I have a very strong feeling at this point it will be. Can you imagine Mox not being at All Out, not having a title match? Because
yeah, man, no.
that, like, what? And okay, here, look at the permutations right now, right? So now we have a situation where we are going into All Out. The World Championship is not being defended. There's literally no number one contender. Who are you going to last minute shove in there and try to sell tickets with? Hangman versus Mox? Do you care about that match?
No, it's too late to build up anything else other than a rematch for the world title.
Yeah, so it has to be a rematch, right? So basically the rematch means that it was all a work to begin with.
Okay, so I believe it's a work. I believe that he is not as injured as he came across on Dynamite.
Oh my god, that freeze! You look like Undertaker for a second with the eyes rolled up into your head, like dong, dong. Okay, so yeah, Irvin says open challenge from MJF. There's another topic altogether. I feel like the boat has sailed with MJF. I think he's done. He's gone, and he's not coming back. That's what I feel.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I would say that this is the perfect time to bring back MJF. Bro,
yeah.
Imagine, bro. 2-man power trip.
What, MJF and CM Punk?
Maybe CM Punk is injured. That is he's out. Like, okay, I can't challenge. But maybe I got a substitute for me.
And then it is MJF, and MJF finally wins the big one. Leading to MJF versus Jon Moxley. Oh.
Revealing that CM Punk and MJF are in cahoots, officially turning MJF or CM Punk heel.
I like the idea. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think that, given the backstage drama right now, I don't think there's a deal. Or either that or Tony Khan has to pay out the nose to keep MJF, and that would be just like great for MJF lah. But you know.
Well, at the end of the day, I feel like the reason why plans might have changed is because something even better is upon us for All Out, right? So what's the biggest thing that could happen in All Out that would literally, I would say, qualify them doing this booking on Dynamite?
Which is bringing back MJF lah.
Yeah, I think it would be perfect. I think this Dynamite coming up, Moxley will be like, I beat CM Punk, blah, blah, blah. I want to move on from this guy. But then Punk comes out and acts like a bitch, like, oh, I don't care whether I'm injured, I want my rematch, blah, blah, blah. But or maybe Tony can't clear me, but you know what? I'm still going to be there. And the title is going to leave you one way or another. That's enough of a tease.
I see where you're going with that. So, then my question is, where's Hangman Page in all this? I don't think he has a match.
Yeah, you saw there was some footage of him from BTE. He addressed
nobody watches that shit other than the hardcore fans. So you're gonna have to,
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that shit, but the wrestling journalists picked up on what he did. So they ran this skit where CM Punk's voice was in the background calling Hangman out, and then like John Silver like rushed into the room and it's like, "Hey Hangman, CM Punk called you out, and then he's like, shut the fuck up, close the door, boom. He was just doing something else. So that was like them calling it, yeah, it's dumb, but
What is this childish shit, man?
this is the same guy that said he doesn't need advice from the mentors, right?
Yeah, sure. Like the more this stuff comes out, the more I just roll my eyes at the entire Omega Young Bucks Hangman camp. It's just like really, it shows right now. It really shows. We got a bunch of indie kids finally found somebody with the money to support them, and then now that the big players, the actual stars that have sold out arenas, headline WrestleManias, now that they're there, they are all like, oh shit, man, we better hold on to our position as hard as we possibly can.
They're afraid to lose their spot.
Because
Kevin Nashing the situation.
Yes, because they are slowly realizing they are not on that level.
Yeah, exactly. And if nothing else, right, I think that what Punk did is him being selfless.
You think
As
so?
in, like, because he's saying that, you know what, for business sake, for the sake of the storyline, drop the belt. Give me a shock. Give me a shocking loss.
Right, and then, get people talking about the business as opposed to just rolling their eyes or whatever, and do it on Dynamite, right, leading into the pay-per-view. So this Dynamite better deliver something big.
Yeah, and there is precedent to this. Do you remember MJF versus CM Punk didn't happen only at Revolution? Didn't they had one match on Dynamite first?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's just their way of giving. Okay, maybe it also could be a ratings grab. Like they're like, hey, we want to shock them, right? And do a title match. But they achieved what they wanted to achieve. They got a high rating out of it. And people are talking about what's going to happen going into the last Dynamite before All Out.
So they are trying to sell All Out lah, because what? CM Punk versus Moxley on the face of it wasn't going to sell the card? They are in Chicago, CM Punk country.
Yeah. I mean, if they just went down the normal route, CM Punk and Moxley build up towards the event, I think it would have been fine. But I think they're trying to take advantage of something must have changed in the booking recently. So it could be external forces, could be this whole drama, this whole backstage fallout. Or could be, like I said, something's changed with MJF. Maybe he's like, you know what, I'm coming back and all out, I can make it.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe they can do the whole we bleed together, therefore we are friends. And, CM Punk and MJF can join forces, blah, blah, blah. If anything, this is also a good gateway to having CM Punk become a heel.
Yes.
But here's the thing. He's going to be a heel in Chicago. If he turns his back and joins forces with MJF, then he would be a heel in his own hometown. That's the only way he can be a heel, right?
Is he going to do a Stone Cold in Texas, though?
I feel like it's tough. I feel like it's very tough. And I feel like you're giving them way too much credit. But we'll see. It's only just like how many days? 7 days, 6 days away. So we are actually closer to that. And here's the thing. To your credit and to their credit, it has got me interested in the card that I am absolutely not interested in to begin with.
And you know one factor that nobody realizes in all of this? If Moxley was going to drop the belt at All Out, doesn't that make him equally a transitional champion as well?
Yeah. Well, I mean... and he's gone on an interview saying, he hates the word interim, blah, 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 and he's flipping everybody off, and I don't know, man. I am not sold on him as a champion, and I don't think he represents the sport or the company, but that's a different story altogether.
All right. If it was any different person in this exact same scenario, beating Punk, you would like say this is a pretty dope booking.
Let's say Chris Jericho, Judas affected him, or the same thing happened, but it was Chris Jericho. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this sucks. At least you're at least dropping it to a fella with name, right?
You don't hate the story, but you hate the wrestler. Yes,
I don't hate the story, but I hate the person involved. Not even the people, the person involved.
Got it. Yeah, that's fair enough. I not say I've soured on Mox, but I start to see that there's a reason why he wasn't pushed as the top star
in the WWE.
In the WWE, and in AEW, I still think CM Punk is a much bigger star than Moxley. So, but actually, Moxley needed the rub more than CM Punk.
I mean, it's fair to say that
CM Punk... I think that's probably what he's doing.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that CM Punk is the top drawing star in AEW, right? Like, there's no actual debate on this.
Yeah, but that, for a certain moment there, heel Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson should have been in that number 2 1.8 guy as well.
Correct, yeah. But of course, they pissed that away because, Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson is too much of a nice guy, and there are forces at work here that are trying to hold on to their position like we talked about. I mean, the WCW comparisons just keep coming, right? And, okay, all that stuff aside, let's get down to the juicy backstage stuff that has happened. So much so that Tony Khan had to call a group meeting. Everybody come. So that was the big one, right? Tony Khan calls his big group meeting, says he won't put up with shit. Well, let me correct that. According to all the rumors and the dirt sheets, he was actually quite, he was his usual animated self, probably burst 5 blood vessels trying to talk to everybody. But,
and he would be,
who stepped up and was very harsh with everybody?
Oh, I saw this news. Apparently, Kenny Omega, right?
Was the one who stepped up after being away for how long? Never the top draw there, let's be honest. Arguably, Chris Jericho was probably a higher draw there. But he's the one who steps up. The Young Bucks are of course it's them, right? Trying to preach to their little, indie guys and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, there are rumors that some of the more established stars thought of him as being a complete douchebag lah.
Omega, you mean?
Omega, yes. When he did what he did, when he was heavy-handed with his words.
So he were lah. Syok sendiri also lah.
Yeah, syok sendiri lah. Yes, town hall meeting, that's right. So what do you make of this whole town hall situation?
Oh, man, okay, so there's a reason why your boss shouldn't necessarily be your friend. Or you don't try to be a friend with everyone if you're the boss.
Yeah.
Because when it comes time to make all these hard decisions, you can't do it, right? You'll be you'll be stuck lah. Or by the time it's time for you to make something like a tough decision, all these people don't really respect you or don't see you as that figure because you've just been buddy with them all along. So why suddenly I should listen to you?
Exactly. There is no sense of respect is not the word. I think authority. And here's the other issue as well. Tony Khan has never been a wrestler. He's never been a booker. He is absolutely green and fresh and new in this business. So why should, and even an indie wrestler has more experience in this than Tony Khan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a fan. Yeah. And as a fan, as much as you have a passion for the product, that doesn't necessarily mean you know how to book a good show.
You know what?
Just because you got knowledge. Yeah.
Bro, who is the owner of Liverpool?
Oh, he's the owner of the Boston Red Sox, actually.
What do you know? What's
John
his name?
Henry? John Henry.
John Henry. Can you imagine John Henry is telling the Liverpool players how to play? Can you imagine if he's making substitutes? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what Tony Khan is doing, and he's now realizing, shit, I am not qualified for this at all.
I think he should stick as a bankroller. I think he should be an advisor.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't be telling wrestlers how to wrestle or creative writers how to write storylines for wrestlers.
Yeah.
They should get a booker there. They should get a proper booker.
Yes. Don't they have one? I can't remember who it was, but he has made some promotions. So at least he's making moves to rectify the issue, right? But we can clearly see, clear as day right now, all the problems have stemmed from the fact that, well, you have an owner trying to be close friends, buddy, because, he's a mark. At the end of the day, he's a fan, right? So he's letting everybody do whatever they want to do, and now everybody's gone amok.
The problem with that, remember there was one time we were talking about how, this guy is just doing everything, booking ROH, he's on Dark, he's on Elevation, and I'm like, he also got 2 other companies to run. He got football team to run.
So, he's not
NFL team to run.
He's not calling the shots on his NFL team or in his football team. He's just bankrolling. So why isn't he doing the same for AEW? Well, that's because he's a fan and he can.
And he wants to get involved. No, it's fine if he wants to get involved, but he needs to have a proper team of advisors. If you want to run a company, are you seriously think that a Young Bucks and Kenny Omega should be your advisors?
See, that's the problem. He had Cody for a while, and Cody was trying to do it. He probably got outnumbered because of, the elite, they're all friends, blah, 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 and everything. And Kenny Omega has been away, injured / working on the video game, which is horribly over budget, and they have no idea when they're going to release that thing.
Don't you think Cody was actually the only adult in the room?
Yeah. No, now that we look back, right, it's like, oh, shit. So maybe, Cody probably was the only adult, and now he's like, fuck this shit, I'm getting out of here. These jabronis don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, even Cody wasn't perfect. Like we all made fun of him being Homelander and all that kind of thing. But I always felt like Cody was a better like one of the boys than like a Kenny Omega or like a Young Bucks.
Yeah,
because clearly they're looking out for their own interests. I always felt that he was the most selfless of them all. Cody,
true.
I mean. Yeah.
Red Tete and all. So okay, we got that. We got what other? Oh, Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara.
Yes.
Where do we even start with this? Look, okay, so if you don't know, Eddie Kingston has been off TV because he got suspended. The news only came out after he served his suspension, right? He was suspended because he got physical with Sammy Guevara, because Sammy Guevara I can't remember if it was Dynamite or Rampage, Sammy Guevara called him a fat piece of shit.
And he got sensitive about it.
Like, wait, hold on. A heel called you out and said mean things to you in a sport, in an environment where you are supposed to antagonize each other. Like, I'm sorry, I kind of lost respect a little bit for Eddie Kingston here. And Eddie Kingston's supposed to be this hard from the streets guy, right? So it's like, why are you making this such a big deal? You are fat. That's the whole mystique about you. If you were buff, it wouldn't make this whole identity work, right? So,
and if he had an issue with it, he would have done everything in his power to not be fat. Like, look at Gunther.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, okay, that's the thing, right? Like, people say fat shaming. Hello. He's a heel. He's supposed to be crass and rude and say the wrong things to make you hate him. That's the whole point of being a heel. I don't know. Like, I want to think that this is a work, that they are working the dirt sheets. Like, okay, do you think this could be a work, or he really had a moment of a very sensitive boy?
Yeah, I think he's sensitive boy. I mean, from everything that he said about him having like, all these health issues, it's stuff. I don't know. But he is. That's what I said. That's why I remember when CM Punk had a rivalry with him. They said that they all judge him.
Yeah.
You know, they call him a bum.
Yeah.
There's definitely some truth in it. Like, he couldn't cut it in a main company. That's why.
But this is wrestling. He acts all hard and from the streets, and then you fire back with something lah. You are the one who's like, I mean, we all love his promo style and he has the promo skills. So you're telling me that Eddie Kingston couldn't fire back with something about his girlfriend, about this, that, and the other thing, and make this whole thing an angle, right? No, he has to get sensitive and actually get into a real fight.
Yeah. Well, he did put out a statement. He said that he actually took ownership when he apologized. So he definitely lost his temper, that he realized that he was in the wrong. But it's
embarrassing,
totally,
bro. And it's just embarrassing.
Totally avoidable, in my opinion. Totally avoidable scenario, you know.
Talking about avoiding, and then there's the whole rumor about Thunder Rosa being injured because she wants to avoid Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker because there's legit heat there, right?
And they hide in the toilet.
And they hide in the toilet. Oh, I'm like, oh my, are you serious?
What is this high school drama, bro, that's going on?
Because there is no structure to the company. Everybody is everybody's friend, quote unquote. So all this shit is spilling over. Is really like, it's like the 80s and 90s WWE or wrestling industry where just everybody and anything goes.
I mean, I've seen, like, from what they say, like, this environment, people thrive in the environment back in the Attitude Era. Like, people didn't necessarily like each other, but they're pushing each other to be like the best performer or version of themselves at any given day.
Yeah.
My issue is that there's no strong figure to kind of hold it all down. Like, they all can talk shit and do all that, but then they have Vince McMahon. They're like, okay, nobody's gonna try to stir shit with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon will be that. What I say, it goes, right? The end all and be all. Tony Khan doesn't come across like that, you know?
No, he doesn't. And there's no locker room leader. As much as you want to say, well, CM Punk is there as a veteran, I don't see him as a leader. Because at the end of the day, honestly, I feel like CM Punk is the type of guy who, looks out for himself, right? No doubt he's willing to be a team player, yes, but I don't see him as a locker room leader. They could have had that in Cody, but Cody is gone. So who else do you think is stepping up? You got Kenny Omega and the Bucks, who are, we've talked about them already.
Bryan Danielson, he is too much of a family man.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to get involved in the drama. I just
Yeah.
want to live my own life.
Yeah, he's just here, collects a paycheck, puts on good matches, and then he goes home to his wife and, protecting the earth and all that.
They don't have a John Cena. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, QT
a
Marshall.
real company man.
Irvin says, QT Marshall to the rescue. Yeah, therein lies the problem. Isn't that the case, right? So, you got the women's division in a disarray right now. You got the main divisions in disarray. It's a joke lah. Right now, it's the Wild West in AEW. And you're right. There is no ultimate one guy at the back just going, okay, y'all have issues, but y'all be professional,
Yeah.
and get the shit done.
Unless Tony Khan proves himself going forward, like, because the thing is, he took the power back from Rhodes, Omega, and Young Bucks, right? When they were like not performing as EVPs, or that it didn't really work out the way they wanted to. So he has the ability to make the tough decisions, but he doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't know how to do it like a man. How do I explain this?
The rumor is that he'll just go quiet on you, like Joey Janela,
So like Marco Stan and all that. So like this guy is scared of
conflict.
Confrontation. Conflict. Yeah. But I feel like if you're gonna be the leader, you have to thrive on it, and that's what they always say about Vince McMahon, right? He loves it when people want to challenge him and find problems with him. For him, that is where like the best ideas come about.
Yeah.
But Tony Khan just want to like, it's alright. Just trying to pacify his wrestlers.
Yeah. Love him or hate him. I mean, all that other investigation stuff aside, right? Vince McMahon has been in the industry forever, and he grew up in the industry, and that's why it worked for that time period that he was dominant in. It was not working anymore. That's why it's, Triple H is the perfect successor lah. Vince says, what happened to Ethan Page? Well, just like many talented wrestlers, they just disappear. A Big Show and Mark Henry. Yeah, what about them? How come they are not stepping in as locker room leaders?
Because all of them are just there to collect paycheck. I don't think any one of them actually, you know what I mean? Okay, they can be that. They can be that way. But then what if like the Hangman Pages of the world, do you think they really want to listen to them?
Well, I mean, exactly it. Hangman is telling everybody, telling people in public that he doesn't want to listen to the seniors, quote unquote, and their advice. I'm like, okay. But yeah, you're right. I think there comes a point where no matter how like gung-ho you are about the company or the business, if from top down, and this relates to life, all workplaces, right? I've been in, enough workplaces to know, right? That if from top down, they don't know what they're doing, it doesn't matter how passionate you are about the business, and especially if you've been in the business for a long time, you're like, you can see the writing on the wall, so you're just going to be there to collect the paycheck until it all falls apart, and then you go somewhere else.
I tell you, the one that has been giving really good quotes is Billy Gunn. Have you seen like some of the quotes that he's put online, like about how he as a trainer has been trying to tell all these people to slow down, like don't try to give 5-star matches on AEW Dub or Elevation,
Yes.
If you really want to have a long career in this business, you can't be like trying to outdo yourself every single night. Not every match needs to be WrestleMania. And whether they listen to him or not, he can't say for sure. He said that this is just his opinion, but whether these young wrestlers want to listen or not, there's all this wealth of knowledge. So it's almost as if he's implying that he knows the issues, but just the people are not listening to him. Just maybe his ass boys are listening to him only.
Ass boys and maybe the Acclaim. That's why they are doing some decent stuff. Zayden says they need wrestlers caught. Yeah, but who's going to be the Undertaker? Who's going to be the JBL? Mr. Ass?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, because they don't even command the respect. Like, I mean, like, the legendary career. Maybe to me, Dustin Rhodes would have been the best.
Yes. But
I think Dustin Rhodes is still,
Maybe in 2022, because we have so many sensitive souls, you can't do something like a wrestler's call anymore. Everybody needs to be handled with kids' gloves, and maybe that is the problem also. Like, I don't want to get into this whole debate of,
generational thing.
Are these new generation wrestlers, people being too sensitive and everything?
Well, the thing is, I feel even if you're a sensitive person, but like if you can explain things with logic, if you can be firm but fair, I think
Yeah.
people can still respect you. Doesn't matter whether you're a sensitive person. People just want to know that the bosses, their senior people have their back
Yep.
and like have their interest at heart lah. I don't think the likes of Dustin Rhodes or what, they don't give a damn about these young wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Meanwhile, Dustin
Yeah.
Rhodes and Cesaro, I mean, Claudio had like a good match on Rampage, but it was the main event of Rampage, so nobody watched it.
Yeah, and like as much as they keep saying like, oh, Claudio is like the world champion and all that, I don't feel like ROH, the world title is like a big deal right now because they have no show.
Mm-hmm.
They are not building the show around ROH. You know, if they make Claudio the main event of a Dynamite once in a while, maybe I feel like, oh yeah, this is a big deal. But we haven't even seen Claudio wrestle on Dynamite at least for a good month.
Well, and that goes to the big problem that AEW has had for many, many years already, you know, and at this point, it's not just a one-off, it's become a trend. And only like one or two people have bucked. Actually, no, only one person has bucked that trend, and that's CM Punk. But if you think about it, every new signing that they've brought in, right, there is no long-term plan. He keeps talking about, he has long-term plans. He planned for the first 3 years, and then after that, now it's all up in the air. When you think about people like your Miro, like your Malachi, like your Claudio, your Bryan Danielson, especially your Undisputed Era, just Swerve in Our Glory. Oh, we got the Ruby, Soho. We get them in, get a big pop, and now they're just like floating around, don't know doing that. Even Big Show and Mark Henry. Like there was, oh my God, yeah, Paul White is all elite, no more BS, and then no more Paul White. I don't know where he is.
I would say like Christian Cage has been able to take care of himself well as well.
Yeah, but that's because he's a veteran, and you know he probably is at that point. And Christian doesn't come across as the type of guy who needs to be in the limelight all the time, right? Samoa Joe is another one. Like literally, he signed all these names. So where the hell are they?
Apparently Samoa Joe is like filming a movie, bro. Twisted Metal, apparently.
Okay, cool. Adaptation of a video game, I suppose. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's like this. He's a mark. He signed all his favorite wrestlers, and he don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, the problem is like any little kid with new toys, they like to play this toy. As soon as a new better toy came, they completely forget about the toy that they just had all this while. Yeah,
so much for your long-term booking. Okay, so
no, sorry. If it was me, right, this year Miro would have been world champion.
Yep.
Malachi Black would have at least had a TNT title run, right? Andrade would have been, like Andrade, everything that they booked from last year. No follow-up all the way until now.
No, absolutely not. All Atlantic champion. For fuck.
Still stuck in the Atlantic, bro.
He's in the Atlantic Ocean. Like what? Does it matter that he's been defending it at house shows and indie shows? No, because nobody watches these shows. Like, once again, he needs to get his ass out of the mentality of like being a mark, right? And that's why hopefully spreading his responsibilities all around to these other people that, they have identified. Tony Schiavone, head of talent relations, I'm still a bit like iffy on that lah. Like, Tony Schiavone, really? Okay, we'll wait and see. But right now, I just am not excited for the product because I know that there will be no payoff at the end of the day.
Yeah. The funny thing is, they are suffering from what WWE was suffering from just a couple of years ago. Just too much of a bloated roster.
Yep.
Roster too bloated. Not enough focus on like the guys that actually will be able to draw the money.
They have become the monster that they were standing up against.
Yeah. I do not know why Tony Khan needed to sign so many people. Honestly, I feel like in the wrestling industry, there should be a third viable company because there is no great talent, but just not enough spots.
Well, I mean, and this is gonna suck to say, but the interest in pro wrestling is just not there as it was. Why?
Yeah.
Because in a way, like the Attitude Era kind of ruined a lot of it. If you think about it, the Attitude
okay.
Era, everybody threw everything out there, right? And then you went into the PG era. You couldn't go there anymore. You can never reach those heights because those heights were achieved in a time where anything goes. You try to do that shit now, you get cancelled immediately. So how are you going to do something that will capture people's attentions when everything has been done? And it doesn't help that on AEW, every week someone's bleeding. Every week someone's doing a triple flip, blah, 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 blah. None of that shit is special anymore. You know? So,
Yeah.
I like, there are so many things that sort of have contributed to the fact that now, and even as much as we love all these A&E shows and stuff like this, right? It has taken away the mystique of wrestling. Oh, we know they're working together anyway, so, you know.
If nothing else, the A&E highlights how great what we had back in the day, right?
Yeah, but it makes the current product look tame in comparison, and therefore, as the average consumer, you go, okay lah. I mean, the stuff we used to watch was way better. Why would I want to watch an inferior product now?
Okay, so that's why I would always use football as a reference because I might have grown up on for the Man U fans, I might have grown up on David Beckham and all that.
Yep.
But 25 years later, when the product is shit, I mean when Man U is struggling right now, they are still loyal to Man U, not necessarily David Beckham.
Yep.
So I know what WWE was doing is actually the right thing to do, making the fans loyal to the company, to the organization. Yeah, the brand. So that regardless of who is come and go, they're like, oh, you know, I watched WWE from back in the day. I will always be a fan of the product. That's where every company should strive to be. Like, don't make them fall in love with the wrestlers, but like the wrestling in general, football in general.
Okay, see, but then again, you talk about football, right? There's, quote unquote, there's an art to football, right? Like, you know, you appreciate a good play, the World Cup. Like, you might not support any specific country, but you still watch it for the love of the game, right? Can the same be said about pro wrestling?
I think but I think society needs to mature because the problem is people have a lot of mistrust towards wrestling because the industry tried to hide, play kayfabe to the public and tried to treat them like your dumb people lah. So people who were smartened to it will be like, I don't trust this is fake.
What? But don't you think when AEW or WWE sometimes they are guilty of this, when they put on stupid shit, don't you think that that makes the industry and subsequently makes the viewers they treat them like they're dumb, the fake chops and the obvious helping each other out with the Cirque du Soleil stuff.
That's why you need the right people on top to kind of share this philosophy of I'm gonna treat wrestling seriously. It's just very simple. You treat the product serious, will take you seriously. It's like in anything in life, right?
Yeah, that's
so.
it.
Has there been anything stupid the last 3 weeks, 1 month that Triple H has been in charge? I don't think so. WWE has been well booked.
So that brings me back to your AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley, making a fool of himself on the Indies. We went one big round right back here.
Yeah, because my shock of Moxley winning is like, how can this guy did all those nonsense 1 week and then 1 week later beat CM Punk? So I couldn't have predicted that. I don't think you could have predicted that. No. So
that's
the only thing that shock booking. It's Vince Russo booking, bro.
Yeah, it's Vince Russo booking, and I feel like it is to the detriment of the company. Once again, if it was Chris Jericho in that spot, if it was freaking MJF in that spot, no problems. I think it's great. But the fact that it is Moxley, and we are literally, like you said, 1 week away from the whole FE situation, all eyes on this guy, people are going to be like, oh, wait, what? This guy was doing what? Oh my God, this wrestling is a joke.
Yeah.
For every Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, or somebody shared this dude spinning a pizza in some indie show. There is a place for that. And that place is in a bingo hall somewhere. I'm not saying we can't have fun. My God, I'm not saying we can't, be silly. And we all know, tongue-in-cheek, we get the joke. But not as your world champion of a multi-million-dollar company with television.
Yeah. That's why there's levels to it, right? You can play football at the void deck. Yeah. For all I care, right? But don't put it out on internet lah.
Yeah, exactly, right? So there's that. Yes. We talked to Jason. We talked about the Thunder Rosa stuff already, which is quite embarrassing.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa. The fact that I do not know why they're gonna make another interim championship match for the women's now.
What?
Is that gonna be a thing going forward? Every time somebody is injured, it's not vacated.
Every time someone doesn't want to fight somebody, it becomes interim. Yeah, I guess that's Tony Khan's thing. He wants to be different. WWE would just strip the title, right? If you don't like, what was that? The championship clause. Remember, if you don't defend the championship within 30 days, you have to relinquish. Oh my God, how much sense that made? But no, now you got interim belt, you got to fight again. And here's the problem with AEW: keep doing the same thing. We just had another interim thing with this. You had an interim. What was that? TNT title. You had the interim World Heavyweight Championship. Now you got the interim in a company with too many belts to begin with. Like, seriously. Oh, and then who are they bringing in? Oh my God. Well, I'll save it for the All Out preview.
Okay. We'll talk about it. But that's the thing. The interim champions are not recognized, right? So if they're not recognized, you're just putting titles on people who don't even get their name in the history book. So it's just like, you get a belt.
Yeah.
You know?
Such inconsistency, such on the fly sort of reaction. But you know what? I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want my day to be ruined. Let's talk about some good stuff.
Yes. Ben, if you want to talk about good stuff, I don't know whether we should do the AEW All Out preview right now or not.
You know what?
Sure.
Let's just get that over and done with, since we're still on the topic of AEW. So AEW All Out will be the second show. So they are coming up on the weekend of the 4th of September, which means 4th of September is what? It's a Sunday, is it?
Bro, is this weekend, but if it's 4th September US Sunday, that means it's us Monday morning, right?
Yes, Monday morning, Singapore time. Very good. I'll be watching that shit in the studio. So we will have a Jackie's reaction, my co-host Jackie's reaction to All Out.
Please, can you ask her, like, what's her impression of Jon Moxley when he sees him? Or she sees him?
Can. I will.
Yeah.
No. That was Eddie Kingston. Sorry. I remember I told you Eddie Kingston versus Chris Jericho. I showed her the match, and then when Eddie came out, she was like, "Who is this Starbucks barista?"
Oh my God. Bro, I want her to see Hook and give her reaction. What is Hook like to her?
Okay, can.
Okay.
Oh my God. Irvin says All Out is going to be a 6-hour show. Please, no. I cannot.
No.
Let's jump into All Out. And here's the thing. I feel like for the past couple of pay-per-views, they've delivered, as in they've been cards that I want to watch. This might be the first one I'm like, I don't really feel like spending $30-$40 to watch.
Wait, you're willing to watch Forbidden Door over All Out?
Yeah, I was. They honestly, to me, built that up better than this one. This one just... okay, here we go. Let's jump into it. Jade Cargill versus Athena.
Jade Cargill wins. Next.
Are you have they done anything with Athena that would lend you to believe that, this is going to be exciting? And remember, Athena is another one. Ember Moon comes in with all that fanfare and then immediately...
Back to the drawing board. I mean,
Bro, we forgot to mention one other thing. Talking about the AEW backstage stuff. I don't know if you saw this one, but the WBD executives have told them to cut down on the swearing.
Yes. Okay.
Are you surprised in the least bit? They haven't talked about anything about the blood bleeding, but I'm sure that is to follow. But yeah, that only makes sense. If you think about it, if every...
No more shit, huh?
Well, see, here's the thing. You can, but only leave it for the important feuds. You know? You can't have Jade Cargill every week saying, "Cut the shit, Tony."
Yeah, then it becomes like, okay, shit just feels like a normal word already.
Correct. Then how are you going to escalate? Are you going to say fuck? You can't. Oh, wait, no. Jon Moxley already said it, so it's fine. They keep shooting themselves in the foot because they have no... they have no filter. They can't sort of do things and look at the big picture, right? So anyway, yeah, that was that. No more swearing, so less shit and ass and bitch and what was it? Jungle Boy wore what? Christian is a pussy or something like that.
Yeah. He actually used the P word on the shit. It's completely bad.
Embarrassed. They're just so embarrassing. It's an indie show with a lot of money and a TV slot. That's all it is. Okay, Jade Cargill, Athena. Not interested. Jade Cargill probably wins.
Jade Cargill is still as fuck, man. No matter the fact that she's undefeated.
Yep.
But she doesn't have stories going on. Like everyone knows she's great, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the ring, she's okay. She's nothing to write home about, but she's, got a decent promo. She looks amazing as a champion. And it's, she's in the TBS title picture, which means about what? Nothing. It's because she's not in the main women's championship. Once again, too many titles. This title on her right now feels more like a prop than anything.
The most random thing and the most interesting thing about Jade Cargill that happened this past week was that, do you see Vanessa Hudgens commented on her profile?
Vanessa Hudgens, as in the High School Musical, that girl.
Yeah, she's a fan of Jade Cargill, bro. It's the most random crossover ever, bro. She commented on her her latest IG post.
Okay.
Her like being a beast and doing some power move in the ring. And I called her an icon. And then she actually reshared that post on her IG story. Vanessa Hudgens did.
Okay, that's great. But who cares? As in, one celebrity is shouting you out, that's great. But can you name me an epic Jade feud? The A&E rival series in the future, in 20 years' time, will be Jade versus who?
They managed to do Stephanie versus Brie Bella. What?
Look, I will argue that Stephanie versus Brie Bella is more compelling than Jade versus anybody at this point. Who has Jade really had a heated rivalry with? Nobody.
Yeah, because she's been pushed to the moon, but she's just been pushed and that's it. Like, there's no conflict, no storyline, nothing.
The problem is she's been pushed to the moon, but it's not the main moon, it's the secondary moon. Because the main moon is held up by Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, that group.
Yeah, exactly. So, we shall see what's going to happen. But the point I was trying to make about the Vanessa Hudgens thing is that she is a mainstream star waiting to happen, Jade Cargill. But like AEW recognizes that, but they need to put her in like bigger positions, like higher profile feuds. Like they really push her, not just squash. Let her do squashes, right?
Yeah. They need to realize that her title kind of means nothing at this point, and they need to have her challenge for the big one, the main women's title. Irvin says push to the Ember Moon. Boom! I like it. Okay, let's move on. Ricky Starks finally gets his match against Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean,
ever since the like betrayal, the attack, it's been boring as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what they don't give them enough time to
build it up.
Yeah, build it up. They haven't really had that much interaction, and I love how all of a sudden Hope and Taz, they're like, oh, not our Taisi, they completely went hands off with this.
Bro, they even had the Nightmare Factory be part of this whole scenario. Why the fuck are they involved? Why is QT Marshall involved?
I'm sorry, every time QT Marshall has been involved in anything, Nightmare Factory has been involved in any feuds, the feud has gone to shit.
Yeah, exactly, right? And
every time they have an interview with Powerhouse Hobbs, it gets interrupted. Like, I barely know what Powerhouse Hobbs is about. Like, he's a destroyer, that's about it.
Haven't even explained his motivation for attacking Ricky Starks, right?
Yep.
There wasn't any backstage interview. Like you say, he keeps getting interrupted. There is no video package explaining his motivation. So it's gonna be a great matchup. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs getting to do a one-on-one match, I think is a great showcase for them. But no story going other than that one awesome promo that Ricky did, and that's it. So I would dare say it happened too soon because they didn't have time. I mean, the promo happened and after that they never capitalized. So now the feud is like kind of back to being cold. If they did that promo like this week or last week, okay, then the anticipation for All Out would have been like bigger.
Yeah. Talking about cold and stale, Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. I mean, there were 2 weeks where this feud was actually hot and it was all on Christian Cage's back. And then when they reintroduced Jungle Boy, it all fell apart. I'm sorry, but do not give this boy a mic. As much as I want him to, get his feet wet and actually cut some promos, okay, There's reason he shouldn't cut. Maybe his promo should be super short, like a few lines here and there. Because when he tries to act angry, it looks like shit. When he tries to say bad words, he sounds like a child saying bad words for the first time. You know what I mean? He's like, he doesn't know how to say something smart and cutting, so he says a bad word instead. Thank you. You know? That's how Jungle Boy comes across to me.
He doesn't even look like, he should be like a teen drama talking about his girlfriend and fighting about another guy about their feelings and stuff like that. Not trying to beat another man up in a wrestling contest.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Irvin says, if you want to make Jungle Boy an underdog, why turn Luchasaurus backface? Exactly. So now you have this scheming heel. You have a monster who was compelling for about 2 weeks, right? And then you have Jungle Boy, who is this, he's a man-child at this point, right? So why not just have Luchasaurus annihilate him week after week, and then he can cut emotional promos. You were my best friend. Why did you turn your back on me? What is this hole that Christian Cage has on you? It's the simplest booking, but they just decided, nah, fam, we're going to turn him right back. Huh?
Yeah. Sure, okay, shout out to Remus from Gravel Man. He just said, that's why he's Jungle Boy, not Jungle Man.
Somebody like Christian, I don't know why he's not putting his foot down on this. I mean, okay, maybe Luchasaurus turns on Jungle Boy again. He flip-flops again, right, at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's actually my booking. That's what I would want to happen, because the only way this can come out good for everyone involved is that if Jungle Boy has a dominating performance that really beats the shit out of Christian and he really looks good in it, and then he just loses because of the betrayal from Luchasaurus, at least then they can build a Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy thing, and it highlights Luchasaurus as well. Because now he's not even he's a non-factor right now.
But why go back to square one? That's my question. You already made the turn. Sure, he didn't beat up Jungle Boy. He just beat up every other face who are apparently okay with this now, right? Oh, just because he wanted to, swerve Christian Cage. I'm going to beat up, he beat up the Varsity Blondes, remember? In the dumbest bit of booking in the world. Like, what? The Varsity Blondes have nothing to say about this? Okay, sure, whatever. And, you want to do the turn again, it's going to be less impactful because he already turned, a few weeks ago. I'm like, at this point, I've given up on this storyline. This booking has ruined it for me.
Tony Khan, best booker 2022. Let's go.
That sounds like a Cody Rhodes program, says Irvin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
This and Ricky Starks and Hobbs, right, is the same issue. A personal feud that could have been awesome, but then they just fuck it up. They just destroyed it with the story.
Yeah, and I don't know. This past week, did Jungle Boy and Christian Cage have an interaction? I don't remember. I feel like just every time Jungle Boy gets the mic, I roll my eyes. He doesn't have the delivery. He's not there yet.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of young guys who I feel like has more gravitas. If imagine Brian Pillman Jr. is in the same spot, I think he can cut an even better, more passionate promo.
Ricky Starks, Ethan Page. There are so many people there with amazing mic skills. And Ethan Page, I think he's probably just gone rogue. Like, fuck this shit. They are obviously not going to use me, so I'm just done.
Speaking of which, we didn't talk about one thing that happened on Dynamite, but which would lead to one of the matches that I want to talk about. Daniel Garcia's promo with Chris Jericho.
Okay, so honestly, I feel like it's quite contrived, this whole thing between, are you a sports entertainer? Are you a pro wrestler? And yes, it leads to Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why Daniel Garcia is not booked in the match. He's going to be instrumental in this match. He's going to make his decision here. Yeah, exactly.
My issue is what Jim Cornette said. Out of all the people that could have been in this spot, why Daniel Garcia?
He's probably a hardworking guy, he has the skills, some skills, but yeah, I agree. You look at him, his promos is exactly right. It's like he's an experiment. He's somebody for the future. He's not somebody now.
He got no personality. He looks like an extra in Eminem's 8 Mile. He looks like one of those like white trash rapper. You know what I mean? He's like Lil Pump, like yeah, I got that. But I don't feel anything for him. Like when the crowd was cheering for him and like saying like, you're a wrestler, you're a sports entertainer, and then he was like, you ruined it, Chris. You ruined it. And I'm like, wow. Why is he overacting this segment?
Yeah, a lot of
very
them.
wrong.
Yeah, a lot of them need to go for acting classes. I mean, hey, it's tough, right? They're pro wrestlers. That's supposed to be a main thing. But now they are being forced to go out there and be compelling. Yeah, it's just not happening. So, I mean,
the most compelling people in the Jericho Appreciation Society, the one who actually can cut promo, is that Daddy Magic guy.
Yeah.
Even though he's a bit over the top, but like he reminds me a lot of Neidhart, don't you think so?
Yes. And what are they actually doing? Other than just being lackeys who run in once in a while. Nothing, what? They're doing nothing.
Bro, they got issues with Hook right now, bro.
Who knows, yeah. They, what, on Dark, on Elevation, which nobody watches? Okay, cool.
On
Rampage.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah, AEW doesn't tour much, Irvin says. They should have time.
They should. I think they will going forward, like go overseas. I thought they're going to have a Dynamite in Toronto one of these days or so.
It's not really that far overseas, but okay, sure. I'll take it.
I mean, if AEW does a show at Infinity, I'll go lah. Clearly.
Yeah, of course, we will go lah. Like, no, and we have always said this, right? Regardless of what is going on television, house shows is where the wrestlers go out and have fun. They explore new things. They interact. They truly live their craft because they don't have to follow the script or whatever the storyline is, right? That's why I actually like live shows more so than TV tapings.
Don't you think, right, AEW, the wrestlers are suffering from a lack of ring time and opportunities to go in the ring? Like they don't do house shows.
Yeah.
Dark and Elevation also, they barely have proper matches. It's always squash matches.
Yeah. AEW
So
has...
where are they getting their training?
Bro, AEW has a lot of issues. That is one of the many issues. Okay, their production needs work as well, so that when it comes to those big moments like shark cage, exploding ring, people falling off cages, it doesn't look hokey. That's all on the production side of things. So yes, they are a young company. You can forgive all that and stuff like that, but when you're going up against the WWE and people are like, oh no, they're not really the competition, you shouldn't. Yeah, they are. Come on. Let's be real here. People only have so much time for one wrestling show. Unlike us, like we do it because we have to. But honestly, if I didn't have to do the podcast, I would stop watching Dynamite altogether. I would just watch Raw, SmackDown, maybe highlights of Dynamite, and that's it. I've completely given up on NXT and Rampage because I just don't have time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Like, Dynamite, I watch it because it's such a good timing for me. Like, Thursday morning, usually I'm pretty free, and I got the Fight TV app. So, like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. Then, like, that's my kind of religious stuff. The only reason why I don't watch Raw or SmackDown, like, live is because I don't have, like, what do you call it now? Sports StarHub TV or what kind of shit. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't. The quality of watching it on live streaming or like online is like, nah. I'd rather wait after the fact. So the only live thing that I watch is Dynamite. But again, there was a period maybe earlier this year where it was CM Punk, MJF, or every single week. Yeah, I was looking forward to Dynamite every single week.
I think if you have, and going back to that, right, if you have one or two good programs, you can forgive the other programs. The problem is there are no good programs now. With CM Punk sort of out of the picture, everything is sort of like, oh, wow. And you see SmackDown and Raw, and they're starting to pick up. I'm not saying that SmackDown and Raw are amazingly the best shows all of a sudden. No, there's still issues, but at least you can see the progress. Like, oh, okay, things are starting to fall into place. There are things to look forward to. I'm actually excited for Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, which we will talk about in just a bit. But okay, let's get back to this. Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. I mean, it's a two WWE veterans match. And
the match is gonna be good, but my problem is the whole build-up. The whole build-up to this story was Daniel Garcia involved. But then he's not the one appearing on the pay-per-view. Like, as much as he's not the most popular wrestler right now. But he was instrumental in all the matches leading up towards Dynamite. So why isn't he in the spot?
Bro,
I would prefer Jericho versus Garcia.
So it's going to be Garcia on a pole match. Come on.
Yeah.
Let them add that step.
Bro, honestly, if Garcia was actually officially part of the match as like a special guest referee.
Yeah.
Or like winner gets the services of Garcia.
Who?
Then then I feel got some sort of fun stakes lah. Now it's just two guys fighting.
Bro, really? Daniel Garcia services of Daniel Garcia? No, bro. I think that is not. I think
the Daniel Garcia Invitational, bro. Let's go.
Oh my god. Okay, the story here is definitely all right. They are battling for the soul of Daniel Garcia or whatever the fuck. Is he a pro wrestler? Is he a sports entertainer? Do we care? Absolutely not. But the point is, this match will be an interesting. I will watch this match. For the match itself, I actually don't care about the Daniel Garcia stuff.
Because I remember I actually watched that first ever NXT episode where it was Jericho versus Daniel Bryan. So to see where they are now, I think it's great, like for long time fans.
Yep.
Yeah, but like again, what is the end game? If like, do you want to see Daniel Garcia be part of the Blackpool Combat Club?
Not
They
really.
already have Wheeler Utah. You know what I mean?
Who is just sort of there standing in the background once in a while, holding his ROH title, like, ooh.
You know why?
Why?
Because they realized once he started cutting a promo, everyone shit on his voice, right? That's why.
Well, it's not like Garcia's any better. All right, let's move on. Swerve in Our Glory, the AEW Tag Team Champions versus the Acclaim. The champions who are champions because the Young Bucks didn't want to drop the titles to FTR. It's so obvious at this point.
And FTR, who is going to be in a stupid 6-man. And apparently, they're not going to be part of the AEW game. Do you know about that?
Is it? How come?
I saw there was an announcement that FTR won't be in the initial roster. So I don't know whether it's because they are downloadable or I don't know. But they're not going to be part of the game as of right now.
I don't want to say anything because like I feel like we should wait for it to come out. I actually saw the trailer. Not trailer. They did a gameplay.
10 minutes gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Kenny Omega with Adam Cole, yeah.
It looked quite fun. Like it really has the N64 vibes. But if all the other issues of like, you know, contracts and money and licensing, if those are like legit issues, I'm like, wow, I feel bad, yeah.
Yeah. Like as in like some backstage drama about like the whole production of the game, the development.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't know when this game will come out because they keep pushing it back. So it is what it is. Let's not get into that right now. Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, I find them actually very hard to listen to when they promo.
I don't think they got good chemistry.
No.
I don't think they are anything much. Keith Lee came into this company like a big deal, and now he feels like a big show, you know? He feels like a background player.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Versus the Acclaim, who have some momentum because of their stuff with the Ass Boys. You know what? Honestly, I would love for the Acclaim to win this so they can go and feud with the Ass Boys over the title. And then Swerve can do something else.
Honestly, the Acclaim has the momentum. They have the support of the fans. You know why not? Who gives a damn? Give them the title, man. Come on, the Acclaim.
You realize what? This is a face versus face match as well.
Yeah.
What kind of ass backwards booking is this?
There was a point in time where they wanted to make the Gun Club the challenges, which would have been completely boring as well. So I guess this is the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, but I can't, bro. I can't. This is. Let's move on. Okay, there's going to be a casino ladder match, if I'm not mistaken. Is this going to be the buy-in?
They have not announced where the placement is going to be. No, they haven't even announced who is going to be part of it. But the winner is going to have a future title shot.
Right.
The AEW Championship.
Okay, don't care. Probably Hangman is going to win, I feel. I don't know.
I don't know.
And they've run out of WWE defectors to debut already.
I hope for their sake they don't debut someone new. They got no more space for new person. You know who I would want to win?
Who?
Fuck it. Get Miro winning that.
Hey, Miro is not in this card. Wardlow is not in this card. So they are probably going to get shoved in there.
Wardlow is going to be part of this card.
Yeah. He's going to be in the match we're going to talk about in just a bit.
Yes, correct.
So, okay. We got... Irvin says Joker can be Ric Flair or something. Wow. Cannot, bro.
One more match.
If they really bring Ric Flair out for this, cannot, yeah. Like, okay, look. Ric Flair doing his retirement match where Jeff Jarrett's flopping around for Ric Flair. Like, okay, give the man his due, right? But not in a situation like a casino battle royale where there are a whole bunch of young talents all having to fake fall down at Ric Flair's feet. Like that, no.
Wait, is this a battle royal or is this a ladder match?
Oh wait, no, it's a ladder match. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
so-
the.
I'm assuming it's all the high flyers that's gonna be involved.
Who cares? I'm sure Death Triangle or whatever. I just
Scorpio
I really
Sky,
don't care. Scorpio
who's never
Sky.
been there.
Ethan Page, if he decides to stop pouting and be angry and come back. Paige Van Zandt, what the hell happened to her? I'm still
Apparently
upset that.
She was training for her bare knuckle fight, right? But it got cancelled last minute.
Okay, so what? She can't cut promos. They can't do video packages. Hype her. Like, is she trained? They sign her and then now she's training. Is it whatever? There's your long-term booking. Okay, here we go. Long-term booking. 4-way match for the interim AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida. All right.
Okay, so Shida has not been relevant for a year, so she's out of contention for sure. Jamie Hayter, dark horse, bro. I wouldn't mind Jamie Hayter winning.
Jamie Hayter has the look. She has the intensity. You know, I don't mind seeing her in the ring. I mean, this could be an interesting Jamie Hayter face turn versus Britt Baker, because Britt Baker has been quiet for a while. Like, they need to do something with her. You know?
Yeah, and also there's that whole dynamic between Hayter and Jamie and Britt Baker, and the drama is between Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter, right?
Right.
Technically,
Yeah.
right. She's the
So,
one that injured him.
what if Jamie Hayter wins the interim title and at some point they have to combine the titles and Jamie Hayter has to fight Rosa and Rosa is like, there are no other ways to hide anymore.
She's gonna get a receipt, man. She's gonna stomp the shit out of her face, man.
So you know what I think is going to happen?
What?
Bro, I'm calling it Toni Storm is winning. So, because you have Thunderstorm, they are a tag team, right? So they're going to be like, oh, the tag team is going to implode upon itself. They're going to fight against each other. They're going to shake hands. And also because Thunder Rosa can work with Toni Storm. But apparently not with Jamie Hayter or Britt Baker.
Wasn't that the plan all along? Because initially it's supposed to be a one-on-one match, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this could be the time for Toni Storm. So at least, bro, got one WWE defect that actually done something in their life, you know?
Oh my god, yeah.
She will do what Ruby Soho, what Athena could never do, which is win a title.
Tovikin says sandbag match. They should have a sandbagging match.
I saw the a shirt, right, for that?
Yeah, something about sandbagging. I'm like, why are you? First of all, most casuals won't understand what that means. Second of all, why are you promoting the fact that you're unprofessional? Sandbagging is unprofessional in pro wrestling, right? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Hayter versus Rosa exploding toilet match. They fight in the toilet. Instead of boiler room brawl, they got a women's toilet brawl.
Jason, we are still talking about AEW, and I really want to get through it.
I love Jason's idea. Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa can pretend to be the women's tag team champions because they have both the interim and the actual title. They're like, yeah, we are friends. We're the tag team champs.
Yeah, and they don't even have an actual tag team division, so who cares, right?
Yeah, I would rather them do a tag team division. Actually, they have a lot of female talents. That's the thing. Have a tag team division instead of the TBS championship. You have a redundant set of championships here. So make that a tag team title.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm surprised they didn't give a tag team title before making a secondary belt for the women. So, weird.
Best booker of 2022. Let's go. I'm going to call this for Toni Storm, and then Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker can be pissed off. I want Jamie Hayter to win. I think Toni Storm, knowing their terrible booking style, Toni Storm is probably going to win this.
Yeah, I'm not against Toni Storm winning. I think she's a deserving champion.
Yep.
And at least there's a face that might even draw more than Thunder Rosa. I don't know why Thunder Rosa's title reign didn't do so well, right, bro?
Okay, so
never felt like it got started.
The other question is like, does it seem to you like Tony Khan also cannot say no to Thunder Rosa?
Really? So he got a thing for Thunder Rosa?
I don't know if he got thing or what lah, but like if she's not willing to play ball, like that's not cool, you know? Like I don't know.
Yeah. Didn't she have some drama beforehand with the Evilise girl or something?
I don't know.
She was very. It was damn stiff. She got issues also. She same as CM Punk one. Got drama one.
Okay, let's move on then to. I want, like, because FTR is involved in this match, I want to think it's going to be a good match, but then you have a whole bunch of other people. So, okay, here's the thing. And this is me rolling my eyes again, right? 6-man tag. Wardlow and FTR, formerly of the Pineapple, the Pinnacle. And so there's your connection there, right? Versus Jay Lethal, but not Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh. Which, we won't get to see Satnam Singh in the ring, but I mean, come on, they're the ones with the history with these two, right? With Wardlow, they've been building that up. No, it's Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns, who are champions as well. So you got another tag team coming in with championships as a casual. Okay, I will call myself a casual. As a casual, I'm like, when they announced it, I was like, who? Like, I've heard the names Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Yeah, and then they have titles as well. I'm like, what the fuck championship is this? Like, everybody is holding a belt in this Dynamite. It makes it so that nobody stands out. Nobody's impressive because everybody has a belt.
I'm quite disappointed because the way they handled this announcement. Okay, Motor City Machine Guns, Impact Legends, TNA Legends, right? I watched them when like TNA was actually still watchable lah. So they've been legends for a long time. Sure. My problem is, out of nowhere, he find backup in Motor City Machine Gun. You know what that means, right? He's actually shitting on his own backup. He's saying that Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt is shit. They can't beat these people. I'm gonna find my own backup back for my TNA days. Mm-hmm. So like,
there's a connection
they have
now.
A history.
Okay.
They have a history from being in TNA together, right? Mm-hmm. But like I said, it feels like such a convenient. Oh, okay, they're available. I'm gonna pop a name. It's like some people know, like, if they are TNA fans, they know, they are legends from that era.
Yeah.
But you're just shitting on Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt. So are they even gonna be there at ringside?
No, and you know what the worst thing will be? They will lose.
What?
I guarantee you, this is how they've been booked, and I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if they won. They are gonna lose, and Jay Lethal will look even worse than he's looked. With Satnam, with Sanjay, with Motor City Machine Guns, they'll still lose to Wardlow and FTR. And it will just be like the continual burial of a good talent.
If you remember, there was rumblings that FTR versus Young Bucks 3 was supposed to headline All Out.
Yeah.
So going from that main event, now FTR is fighting in this useless, unnecessary 6-man tag. And bro, 3 months ago, Wardlow and MJF was one of the biggest storylines ever, made Wardlow a beast.
Yep.
What is Wardlow doing right now?
What? Long-term booking. There is your best booker of 2022. Look, I have nothing to say. It's all stuff that we've talked about before in that, he doesn't know what he's doing. Talking about TK.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, I'll watch it because I'm a fan of Wardlow, fan of FTR. But who is going to expect this to go longer than 10 minutes? And who's going to expect Jay Lethal to win?
Yeah, exactly. So look, even if he does win, what does it matter? Like you said, if he wins, it's because of the Motor City Machine Guns. It's not like they're going to be all elite all of a sudden and become a threat, right? They're just there for a payday. Maybe they'll show up a little bit here and there. But then...
No, they are old. They are like legends at this point. So it's not as if it's going to be a big deal.
So they are going to come in, and even if they win, what's the point? You make FTR and Wardlow look bad.
You know what? Who would have made sense to come in to back them up?
Who?
Bring the Briscoes. Fuck it.
Oh, I mean, okay, there's this whole thing where apparently the Briscoes are not allowed on TV, whatever.
Yeah,
I
heard about that. But ideally, at least there will be some intrigue, the history between FTR and Briscoes, and the fact that Briscoes and Jay Lethal, ROH champions at the same time. Yeah,
sure.
Okay, what?
Yeah, you're right. No, there are 1,000,001 other booking decisions that would have made more sense than this. And once again, for the casuals who don't watch TNA, right? Like who maybe have never watched TNA, do a better job in telling us who the hell these two people are.
Yeah,
more so than having Excalibur just rattle off a bunch of shit like he usually does. I didn't hear a goddamn thing you said, bro. Like, I swear, and this must be a Tony Khan thing because he's so about the numbers, and he's probably really brilliant. He can catch things really fast. Every time what's his face goes on his sped up version of next week on Dynamite, blah, 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 and then the PV, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I catch nothing. I catch absolutely nothing.
Catch no balls.
No, I catch no ball because it's too fast, and you can tell that JR is also like, "What the fuck? Are you on like some like Adderall or some shit?"
Only Tony Khan can keep up. That's why.
Yeah, and he likes it, so he goes with it. One more thing, I forgot to mention when we were talking about all the issues that AEW has right now. It feels like Tony Khan is being too nice to everybody on the commentary team, in that everybody is on the commentary team now. Now you have a 4-person commentary team. I'm sorry to say this, but I know that JR is the legend, but at this point you can tell he's rolling his eyes at a lot of stuff. He is correcting things, like you can tell he's saying things like how he thinks things should go, as opposed to calling the action. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, for sure.
Yeah, and in Tony Khan hears it and has his hug steam face on for Rock and Roll Express. Apparently that was the backup plan. Look, so yeah, my point is that I think JR does no favors for the product. I get JR's frustration because I feel the same way. But also, as a producer, you don't want somebody who clearly is putting out there that the product is shit. And he's correcting them on the fly where he should sort of be supporting it. Taz does a good job of that. I think it should...
He's sabotaging the product. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because he doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care anymore, but, you know, he's reached that grumpy old man stage where he's just going to say whatever the fuck he feels at that moment.
I agree. I feel like he doesn't have a lot of respect for the people in the ring. And he respects certain people that you think would have cut it back in the day.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it is like, these people they can't even lace all these wrestlers that I've dealt with back in the day. And it comes across, and Tess doesn't, like, I know Tess probably thinks the same way in certain situations, but I don't think he will throw the wrestlers under the bus like JR does.
Because Taz is a bit younger and he's like willing to play ball, whereas JR gives zero fucks anymore, right? Tobakin says bring in Mauro Ranallo. I think that would be a great addition. He brings and replace Excalibur with Mauro Ranallo. Mauro and Taz would be a great combination with Tony Schiavone doing the interview stuff. I don't know if you've noticed this. I don't know if you noticed this, but JR has been interrupting Excalibur more, which I actually, you know, I enjoy, because Excalibur will go on this shit, that shit, this title, that title, Japan, blah blah blah, and then JR's like he will interrupt him and focus in on the in-ring action. He's starting the match off hot, blah 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 blah. He did it in the freaking CM Punk Mox match. You watch the start. He freaking cut him off. It's like the action is starting already. Stop talking about all this extra bullshit nobody cares about.
Okay. I'll watch it back. I just wanted to say this thought of mine, like that if ROH was to have a show, right? Like if ROH have 1 hour to replace Rampage, right? I would be more interested because knowing that I can listen to Caprice and can listen to like the ROH Riccoboni talk, because I feel like they can be a bit nerdy as well.
Yeah.
But it always comes across as intelligent analysis, you know, like how Joe Rogan does it.
Yes, for MMA. There's so many options out there. Tom Phillips, Kevin Kelly. Absolutely, I agree with you, chat. So, unfortunately, as much as we love JR, he should take more of a backstage role. Get rid of Excalibur. Leave Taz there, pair him up with somebody else. Kevin Kelly, Tom Phillips, Riccoboni, Caprice, all work.
Marco.
Yeah, or
all of them work.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, that was a bit of a sidetrack. Let's get back to the... I know... this shouldn't be, but I have a very strong feeling this is going to be the main event. Okay? Because, like we said, there is no AEW World Championship title match scheduled.
As of this recording.
As of this recording, as of right now. On Dynamite, they have 1 week to set this shit up, okay? Be it CM Punk being returning MJF, I swear if it's anything else, it's going to be just an absolute letdown.
Yeah, though I am 90% sure it's going to be a rematch between Punk and Moxley. But for the interest of this scenario, let's take it as a trio tournament will be the main event.
The other thing I was going to bring up is, I look at the card, there are so many matches. Where got time to add in one more world title match? And then I realized this is AEW, they'll fucking go 6 hours if they need to. They don't care about our time. They'll just go for 6 hours. Okay. But yes, for all intents and purposes, this will be the main event, I guess. The trios tag team. Is it trios tag team titles?
No, the trios title tournament.
Right, the trios title tournament. Right now, who is still in the brackets?
Okay, so on one side, they're gonna have a match this week, which is the Elite versus the United Empire. Kenny Omega versus Ospreay.
Yep.
So that's one side. But then the other side, right, bro? It's very obvious, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it right now. So on one side of the bracket is, I mean, this is like a New Japan wet dream match. United Empire versus the Elite. You know they're going to do a lot of flippy shit on Dynamite. It's going to be all over the place. They are going to go all out with this. Pun not intended. I don't know why this is not the finals, but it is what it is.
Yes, exactly.
On the other side, you have the Dark Order versus the Best Friends.
So, okay, am I right to say this is one side is New Japan's best, and then the other side is AEW's worst?
I mean, can it get more obvious? Unless they really want to go and swerve, like Ultra Swerve, where somehow the Best Friends win. And, you know, maybe that's how the Young Bucks can be like, oh yeah, I see we are so altruistic. Man, come on, man.
Remember when they announced it's going to be a special third person to join the Dark Order?
Yes.
And then they revealed it was Preston 10.
Yeah, Preston Vance, number 10. Who gives a shit? At first, I thought, at least maybe if it was Hangman Page, at least you have some drama there, right? Okay, you have Hangman Page versus the Elite. Like, there is something there. No, it's Preston Vance. So you have Dark Order versus Best Friends. I mean, what?
Exactly. So I'm like...
We obviously have the Elite going over United Empire. That one is kind of a given. You know, it doesn't make sense for United Empire to win this because they are not full-timers there lah. You know, they're just like sort of fly-by-night folk. And it will not be Ospreay taking the pin, obviously, right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind because the Ospreay and Omega hit seems to be legit. And I would love to see them in a one-on-one match.
Yep.
And I want Ospreay to stick around because Ospreay having matches with some of the top stars in AEW is kind of like a wet dream.
Kind of, but to me, it is the pop effect. You're here, you're not here. You're here, I can't invest in you. It's like that girl who's always coming in and out of your life. You can't invest in that relationship. You know what I mean?
I've been there before, bro. I've been there. Not worth it.
Irvin says we need a Nicholas plus Sundberg trios match. No. Okay, remember Nicholas? And of course, we all remember Sundberg. But all right, so
bro, he should be 16 by now, bro. He probably might be jacked like Sundberg right now.
You never know. Okay, the other side of the brackets, the Dark Order versus the Best Friends. Is this going to be on Rampage? It seems like a Rampage match. This is not a Dynamite match, is it?
Yeah, it seems like a Rampage. But the thing is, I don't care who wins because both teams suck. They're not really that coming in with that much momentum.
Either way, this makes for a ridiculous finals. Because, okay, if we somehow got Hangman Page into the Dark Order, at least that makes friends. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But right now, it's Preston Vance. And I don't know why was it a, quote-unquote, a secret third. Because wasn't Preston Vance part of the quarterfinals as well?
He was injured. So it was... I think there was somebody else did the third. I can't remember already.
Number 10 Wait, is number 10 Preston Vance? I don't know. Who gives a fuck? It's
the
Dark Order.
It's Preston Vance.
That's who he is. So he got injured. If he got injured and then, we have a new entry, but it was Preston Vance.
Okay. Clearly, I didn't follow the storyline in this tournament, so who cares?
No, but yeah, exactly. The point is, if they remove one of these fuckers and put in Hangman Page, at least that would make sense.
Yes, or they actually had a legitimately credible trio to fight them in the finals, like the Elite versus, I don't know, maybe if they weren't injured, the Undisputed, that would be dope.
Yeah.
You know, but now it just feels like a cock-out.
Bro, even Elite versus House of Black. I'm looking at all the other people there. House of Black, La Facción Ingobernable. Totally did not mean to say that. Oh, that can be a clip right there. La faction ingoble nabe. Shit. Okay. Like that. Look at who else who else was in this fucking tournament, huh? Death Triangle, La Faction, House of Black. These three teams versus the Elite would make more sense than either Best Friends or the Dark Order. Yes?
I don't get why House of Black didn't beat Dark Order. They did that whole Miro interrupting them, blah blah blah. But yeah, House of Black should have totally been different. This entire tournament was made for House of Black to actually shine.
No, they lost to the Dark Order, the Jobber faction. Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, all came in with some form of momentum, and all are completely dead. Once again, there's your best booker of the year 2022. All right.
With that regard, how the hell is this a main event?
Yeah,
Because
see, that's the other thing. So this can't, this
can't
can't be the main event anymore. So you're right. They have to put in that world title match because nothing else on this card screams main event. So, all right, you have the Elite versus Best Friends. I'm going to guess it's going to be Elite versus Best Friends. I guess because, Orange Cassidy moves t-shirts.
Well, either way, I'm just going to book the winner. It's going to be... okay, my booking will be the Elite wins. At the end of the match, the Undisputed returns and they start off the whole Bullet Club Civil War drama.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense, right? That's not a main event. It is the most one-sided main event ever. The Elite are gonna win, unless really they decide to have maybe like you said the freaking Undisputed Era come out and screw the Elite out of the titles and they give it to the Best Friends.
I mean, Best Friends, if they were to let Best Friends win, it's just to reward them for being there from the beginning, and they've never won any title. Probably that's what they will do. It's like why Scorpio Sky won the TNT title, right? But I mean, the hype for it is not there.
Nope.
At all.
So that's why I don't know. And also Tobakin is talking about the XM Studio thing. I'm like, bro, why are you talking about it now? We talked about it 1 hour and 43 minutes ago.
Okay, please bring me.
Are you lagging or something? Or did you go back? Irvin says, okay at least not Peter Avalon's wingman. Oh God. Look, I'll be very honest with you, right? All out, my interest level is a solid 5 out of 10. I am really barely interested in this. Unless you give me suddenly on Dynamite CM Punk versus Jon Moxley again. Then okay, yeah, I will watch it. Because we talk about wrestling, I have to watch it. But my anticipation for All Out right now is at a solid 5. There's nothing really sort of pushing me to oh my God, this is definitely a must watch.
CM Punk and as I said, CM Punk versus Moxley. CM Punk is gonna sell those tickets. He's gonna be trying to convince those people like you, maybe a bit of me, who's very 50-50 on this card to okay, you know what, I'm just gonna invest it to see what CM Punk does. Yep. But that's why he is the star. That's why he's the main event guy. That's why Moxley, nobody's gonna buy a pay-per-view for Moxley. Honestly, no.
Nope. Oh, no, yeah. Exactly it, right? Okay, so there's your AEW All Out. Like I said, it's on a Monday morning.
Yep.
Let's move on to WWE Clash at the Castle, emanating from, where is it already? The UK. Cardiff near the Principality Stadium.
Cardiff,
yes,
Wales.
That's right. I'm reading the Wikipedia right now. It's WWE's first major stadium event to take place in the UK since 1992 SummerSlam. Wow.
Yes, correct. Because I remember the last UK pay-per-view that they did was Insurrection or something, 2003.
But it wasn't a stadium. It was indoors.
Arena shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
so this is
show.
A legit stadium. It's going to be big. Let's get down to it then. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
There are only 5 matches announced so far.
But you know what? They're going to sell out like crazy because of the main event.
Yeah, exactly, right? And here's the thing. And at the end of the day, it's just like boxing or MMA in a lot of cases, right? You need a strong main, maybe a strong core, and you're good to go. Which in this case, AEW doesn't have.
So it proves that the Shield, Roman Reigns is a true draw. I believe even Seth Rollins is a truer draw than whatever Moxley is going to do.
Poor thing, always getting compared to his Shield brothers, all right? Let's jump into it. The 5 matches that have been announced so far, right? You got Gunther versus Shamus. Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, god damn. Just knowing the two, like, even though the build has been, they only just started the build, honestly, right?
Yeah.
And then they had that thing on SmackDown where everybody was fighting around them, the two of them just staring at each other, everyone fighting around them. I thought that was a cool visual, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I like the fact that they're the big boss and they got the small little bosses fighting, sub-boss fighting among each other. Yeah.
Did you hear the rumor that Butch might be getting his name back?
We saw the taping. We saw the I think the spoiler was leaked.
Well, I didn't look at the spoilers, god damn it.
No, not the fact that it was confirmed, but the fact that they SmackDown tape this coming week SmackDown so that they can go to Cardiff earlier.
Yeah, because they don't want to rush lah. Obviously, they want to get there first.
Yeah, so if anything that you want to know about what happened on SmackDown is already available on the internet. Just saying.
Bro, I still want to keep, my stuff fresh. I don't want to spoil. But confirm will get spoiled. Huh? Hey, Worlds Collide also this week. Is it, man? I've heard nothing about Worlds Collide.
NXT Worlds Collide?
No lah, not yet lah. If there's anything you can depend on with the WWE, they'll announce it properly. What do you think this is, AEW? AEW, last minute, special pay-per-view out of nowhere.
Well, if it's Worlds Collide, you know what? I might watch it because the main event is going to be Braun Breaker is going to face Tyler Bate. They're going to unify the NXT UK and NXT Championship.
No, you're right. It is actually happening on Sunday, September the 4th. Holy shit. So this is competing with All Out.
Are you serious? It's not Sunday. It's not Saturday, the 3rd?
No, September the 4th.
Clash at the Castle supposed to be
3rd.
Really?
Clash, hold on, I'm looking at Clash is on the 3rd of September. Bro, All Out and Worlds Collide are actually going up against each other.
Oh, Worlds Collide, NXT Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide.
Okay. But yeah lah, you want to watch Worlds Collide, then I go settle AEW All Out.
I would rather watch Worlds Collide, yes. Well, actually, no, I haven't been watching NXT, so I don't know about that. Yeah, you got Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate. You got Mandy Rose versus Meiko Satorama.
Oh, Meiko performed in SPW before, bro.
That's right. She's the NXT UK Women's Champion, by the way, versus Blair Davenport. Triple threat to unify. So the whole idea is they're unifying these titles because they're getting rid of quote-unquote NXT UK. They're going to make NXT Europe.
Yeah. If you remember, Blair Davenport, her real name is Bea Priestley. She used to be part of AEW and she used to date Will Ospreay. So I found out they just broke up.
Oh, you poor thing. So, wait, so there's only 2 matches announced so far?
I mean, there's still NXT coming up this week. So
what is up with all these last-minute booking deals, yeah? What the hell?
I'm pretty sure they're going to do a Mustache Mountain with whoever the current champion is in NXT, the Bricks.
Yeah, the 2 cowboy-looking dudes. No, it's the Creeds, man. I thought it's the 2 cowboy dudes. It's not the Creeds.
Oh, not the Creed brothers,
No, the Creeds are like got internal civil war with Roderick Strong.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, for someone who doesn't watch NXT, you know what's going on more than me, bro.
Irvin says Gallus versus Briggs and Jensen. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, Briggs and Jensen.
I barely have NXT on my periphery, so I take that back. Jason, yes, you're right. Worlds Collide is also this weekend. Interestingly, going up against All Out.
But back to Clash at the Castle, Gunther and Sheamus. It's gonna be a great partisan crowd because like Sheamus is from Ireland, is Scotland. I mean they're near each other.
Yeah.
Gunther is like made in Europe, made in London, made in UK.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a. You know what? I think right, this event perfectly is catering and highlighting their UK wrestlers.
And these two are going to beat the fuck out of each other. It's going to be a chop fest at some point. Sheamus has that very pale white skin. It's going to be red. It's going to be an amazing visual. I honestly feel like this match might steal the whole goddamn show.
Yeah, and if they do it right, I don't want it to just be a one-off. I would love this to be a whole series of feuds, like Sheamus and Cesaro from back in the day.
Well, to be fair, I think what is going to happen, and we've talked about this before. Sheamus has stated that he wants a reduced schedule, right? He wants to, relax a little bit. So yes, you have the big Gunther versus Sheamus thing. Then after that, you can bring in Rich Holland and Butch to sort of replace Sheamus on SmackDown. Then they can sort of get a bit of a rub. Maybe Gunther versus Butch, whatever lah. It's going to be a slobber knocker, yes.
The former Pete Dunne has already faced Walter in NXT UK before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Walter win the title from him?
Yeah, and you know that they can put on good matches, so.
So there you go. The mid card in SmackDown is stacked.
Yeah, well, it has always been stacked, but now it's important, which is what is important, right? Okay, then you got Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins.
Another possible banger. I know they kind of have been putting the feud like kind of the back burner while other things are happening.
Yep.
But like Riddle is a star already. Thanks to whatever he's done with Randy, he's really has made himself a star. And just this feud will just push him to the next level. Like people are just gonna start seeing him as this possible babyface lah.
How many more losses can Seth take? Because he basically lost 3 in a row against Cody, right? Was it 2 in a row? 3 in a row? I can't remember. 2
in a row.
Yeah, he's lost to Cody. Previously, he lost his feud to Edge. So he's kind of become that guy. I hate to say it, but he's become almost like that Dolph, that AJ. They had a run. He's a dependable worker. The bosses like him. He's a company guy. So he's just going to go in and eat a lot of losses to make other people's career. Can he sustain that anymore?
He's due a big win soon.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the place to do it. Maybe he actually shocks and beats Riddle the first time round.
Okay. I mean, Riddle, like you said, is coming off a lot of momentum, coming off the whole Randy thing, right? Maybe he can stand to take a loss here.
Yeah. And I think that will create some sort of heel booking that at least balances out all the feel-good things that might happen in the show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Tovakin says, Cody beat him with his red tete. Exactly.
Hey. PG, bro.
On to the 6 women's tag team match. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I might have been mistaken, but I saw a graphic on SmackDown that said that Alexa and Asuka versus Dakota and Io Sky will be on Raw, which is the finals of the women's tag team title tournament, right?
Wait, so the tag team title tournament is happening on Raw instead of Clash at the Castle?
Yeah, I got confused. I thought the finals would be at Clash, but no, it's actually a 6-woman tag. So Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota, and Io at Clash. But on Raw is the tag team women's finals championship match.
Oh, don't you think that they already given away the results? Like Io and Dakota is gonna come into Clash at the Castle as the tag team champions?
No, but we don't know that. What? It could be anybody. What? It could be Alexa and Asuka. What?
No, because right now the finals are the finals is between them and Aaliyah and Raquel.
Didn't they beat them already?
No. Aaliyah and Raquel won the second chance. Did you watch SmackDown, Mr. Young?
I did. Oh, they won the last chance. Don't know what is it?
Yeah. So now they are in the finals.
Okay. Wait. So the finals is who? I'm confused already.
So Dakota Kai and Io Sky
just call them Dakota Sky lah. Easier for everybody.
Dakota Sky and Shirai. Okay, they've already beaten Alexa Bliss and Asuka. They're now in the finals already. So Toxic Attraction was supposed to beat whoever, I forgot what's the other team. Toxic Attraction was supposed to beat the Aaliyah and Raquel to go into the finals.
I'm looking at the brackets now. You're right. Yes, I apologize. Io Sky and Dakota Kai beat Alexa and Asuka already. They are in the finals against Raquel and Aaliyah. And you're right. So it means that Io and Dakota are gonna win lah.
Yeah lah, clearly lah.
Clearly, this is another case of very obvious booking. You know what this could mean for Raw, right?
It could mean someone might return in time for Clash at the Castle.
Well, it returned for a challenge. I don't know about a return for Clash at the Castle. Okay, so obviously we're both on the same page. We're talking about Naomi and Sasha Banks, right?
Yes.
So do they return at the finals after Io and Dakota win? And then, we're the winner. And then the real, quote-unquote, real champs come back and challenge them. And that's the feud moving forward. Or do they show up at Clash to give the big pop to Clash?
I think showing up at Clash is much better.
Mm-hmm.
I think let them win the title this Monday. Let them gloat about it going into SmackDown. Let them build a 6-man tag match. Bianca is going to be involved.
Yep.
They're still going to have Alexa and Asuka and all that. So
Yep.
Bailey's going to be involved. So it's still going to be a thing. And then have that blow-off match at Clash. And then once they've won and they're celebrating, perfect time to bring back Sasha, Naomi. Who is Sasha's best friend / mortal enemy?
Bailey lah. So there you go. And you have Bailey as the mouthpiece for Dakota Kai and Io Sky. And then she can do the talking, Dakota and Io can get the rub. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited because you know why?
Mm.
All these girls are over.
Yes, they're over. They're talented. You know that they can go. I mean, to be fair, okay, I would like to see Asuka stop doing the stuff.
Okay.
And go back to her whole. You remember the dominant Asuka, the
NXT.
NXT Asuka that was just kicking ass, as opposed to like trying to become a joke, a caricature of a Japanese person.
I thought that was a Vince McMahon thing. I thought he just purposely make all the Asian people like caricatures,
but she's still doing it. So I guess maybe she's into it, which
she's accepted that she's like this, I guess.
More power to her. But like, hey, what about Alexa? Let her feud with Alexa Bliss then, turn.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well, I would say that the women's division is very, very healthy right now, but I hope the focus goes back to the singles title because interestingly, ironically enough, the tag titles has taken more importance or more of a spotlight than the singles titles recently.
Okay lah. To be fair, they needed to rehab the tag titles, right? So let it have the shine for now. And then, like Bianca can chill for a bit. Like, who is Bianca's big opponent right now? There's nobody, what? So they need to go and quietly build somebody up first to go and face Bianca.
Correct. They need to do like a bit of like a side quest, bro.
Yeah. So while she just hangs out with this Alexa and Asuka, and maybe they can have miscommunication during the match. Maybe somebody can turn. Why not? Right? And thus necessitating the save from Naomi and Sasha Banks.
All right. So women's title is settled. Is the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line?
Yes, it is. Liv Morgan, the champion, versus Shayna Baszler.
So my question is, Ronda, what part does she play in all this?
Nothing. She's probably training Shayna. I saw some clips on social media that she's training Shayna. So, they are tapping into that. Shayna looks badass now. I mean,
I saw that Liv Morgan also being trained by Riddle.
Yeah. Okay.
As if she has a chance.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be shenanigans. Liv Morgan will continue being champion. Maybe I don't know if Ronda is actually going to even be there. The fact that Ronda is not being advertised, I feel like she's not flying down.
I think she will because right, the last time we saw her, she got taken away, right? She got escorted out. So I think okay, if Shayna has a very competitive match with Liv Morgan, but my prediction, somehow she still comes away with the title, whether it's shenanigans or whatever nonsense, and she brags about it. She goes, "Oh yeah, I beat you, Shayna, blah blah blah," and then Ronda comes back. What do you think?
Comes back as in what, at Clash or next week?
Yeah, she comes back at Clash, like her music plays, the whole stadium gonna go wild. They need that kind of pop to happen, that kind of moment, right? And then Ronda comes in and beats the shit out of Liv Morgan. She escapes with the title, runs through the crowd or something along those lines.
Yeah, but then
that will establish the change. Yeah.
What you are saying is Liv Morgan turns heel, lah.
I think in a weird way, the crowd loves this badass Ronda more than fighting champion Liv Morgan.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Of course, the dream match for me would be Shayna versus Ronda, but they have a ways to go before that happens.
You know what? I can see them actually having a big match, blow-off match in one of the big shows going forward, because if you realize Triple H is rehabilitating Shayna's character, now she's appearing like badass from her NXT days, so can't wait.
Okay, so we've talked about 4 matches already. Interestingly enough, the US title hasn't been announced yet being online. Maybe on the line. Maybe they are saving Bobby for Raw. Because let's not forget, they have to fly back and they don't want to stack this roster at Clash too heavily in case, travel issues, that kind of thing, right? So I think it would actually make sense for them to leave quite a few people off. People like
Do you realize?
AJ.
Yeah. Do you realize that it's SmackDown heavy? This event.
Yeah, because it's going right into Raw, ma. So you can't have everybody showing up there. So Raw can still have your US title. You can have Theory. You can have Johnny Gargano, who's back, by the way.
Yes, Johnny Gargano is back. We can mention that quickly. Were you shocked that he returned last week?
I mean, obviously I'm not, because it's like all of Triple H's babies have come back home, right? Those
it
who
was
did
only
not,
a matter of time, lah.
yeah, those who did not get scooped up by AEW. It was almost as if he was just telling them, hey, if you wait a few months, got chance to come back, you wait lah, don't sign. And then those who couldn't wait and jumped to AEW, sucks to be them.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think Gargano will not have thrived under Mr. McMahon.
Nope.
But with Triple H, I think, right, they will make him like this generation's Bryan Danielson, like the babyface guy.
The underdog, the guy that people will just support because he's just so, willing to put it all out there on the line. I wonder if they will revisit DIY or they'll do Gargano versus Ciampa,
Oh, it's only a matter of time and Ciampa on the same show.
Yeah.
And then now Theory is involved. I know they're going to go into this whole Theory and Gargano feud. Mm-hmm. And let's not forget, Dexter Lumis is lurking somewhere in the arena as well. So we already have the way all are there.
Yeah, and he kidnapped who? He kidnapped The Miz. So you eliminate Miz from that situation. You have Gargano and Ciampa get back together. You got DIY. You bring in Candice LeRae. You got The Way. So there are a lot of combinations that can work here.
Yeah, and seeing for a long time NXT fan, you're actually very excited because you actually see the continuity from NXT to the main roster.
At some point, if they bring up Indy Hartwell, you have Index.
Yes, and the best part is Dexter didn't just stay on Raw. She actually came back to NXT and continued the Index storyline.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this, but the commentators on Raw and SmackDown, they are now referencing NXT titles. Former NXT champion, former NXT tag team champion, former NXT women's champion. So all of a sudden, it's now canon. You remember, there was this whole thing. Yeah. Vince had this whole thing where they couldn't talk about the NXT title. It wasn't quote unquote part of the main storylines, but now it is because Triple H is like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean that's such a shame, but I'm kind of excited for Johnny Gargano in Triple H's WWE for sure.
I mean, I don't know if he's ever going to headline WrestleMania. Let's be clear about that. I feel like he could be a Intercontinental Championship, US Championship level star. I don't know if he'll ever contend for the world title. Maybe as a sub boss for whoever is champion, but never like a legitimate threat. I don't think.
Okay, like you weren't really a fan during the whole Yes movement era of Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan, right?
Do you think that they can redo a Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson?
Because honestly, when he first entered WWE, no chance in hell he would have been a champion, man. He just didn't have the size. He looked like Vanilla Mitch. He really was like Gargano right now.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, he developed this personality. I think maybe because he teamed up with Kane that brought the personality out in him. Mm-hmm. And then people just forgot his size. He just was a larger than character. So it is possible that he can do that.
Avin said, Beth should have been on commentary when they reunited. Yeah! So that she can freak out about the love.
Yeah, so she can stand for them, right?
Yeah.
Index stand.
So there you go. Triple H is undoing a lot of the weird restrictions and the weird things, which is great. And Tovakin says Triple H lifted the ban on Twitch streaming. Yes. So now all these WWE superstars can do their side hustles and stuff like that.
Do you check them out on Twitch, bro? Since you're there?
Not really. I don't have a lot of time to check out other streamers. Because here's the thing. Yeah. I do all this streaming myself. I actually have very little time to watch other streamers.
Yeah, it's like us. We cover wrestling so much. We got no time to have a life. So, same.
But okay, so that said, I think maybe they'll add one more match and that's about it. Because, like I said, there's only 5 matches on this card right now, right? So you can add one more.
What's the most likely thing that they should add?
I don't know, some sort of a tag team title like match, because on SmackDown there was this whole thing with the Hit Row, Street Profits, and the the male models and the Los Lotharios.
Yeah. Oh, and then Hit Row and Street Profits are gonna get involved each other. Yeah, I mean that would be a fun 8-man opening. I mean, will that means that's gonna be the debut of Mansoor and Marseille.
Yeah, I mean, like a fun sort of 8-person tag. Why not? Just to just I don't want to say toilet break lah, but you know what I mean lah.
Yeah. Is it me or who's average 95 on our Discord? He's always I think fan. Yeah, he always fangirling over Maxine Dupree.
She's alright, I've seen hotter. But okay, sure. To each their own. I mean, she's not unattractive, but yeah, whatever.
But I think like in a weird way, MMM is growing on me. And like I said, undercut tag team fighting against the likes of Hit Row as both of them building up. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I just want to see more of Max Dupree, aka LA Knight, because we know what he can do. As in, like, from his NXT. I mean, technically he was more NXT 2.0, but we know what he can do, right? So I want to see him in the ring. I want to see him cut more promos as opposed to being second fiddle to Maxine.
Yeah. I don't know why they brought her up to like outshine him.
No, remember they brought her in because they almost had to remove him from the group because he apparently was not happy about being in this group, blah, blah, blah. And then when Triple H took over, maybe he convinced him, like, okay, we will have more for you, don't worry.
Okay, so they talked him out of it. But what I'm saying is that, remember there was a period where the whole SmackDown tag team division is literally just New Day and Usos.
Yeah.
But now there's like 4, 5, there's 6 tag teams that is like vying to like kind of build themselves up, and I think the Usos actually have great competition going forward. Like, we haven't even talked about Viking Raiders and freaking New Day with their segment as well.
Yeah, now they got a Viking rules match next week. Basically, no holds barred.
Yeah, so things are looking up even in the tag team division, the much often maligned tag team division.
I mean, you have like you said, like all these teams suddenly coming up, and let's not forget Legado might be on the way up as well.
Yes, I saw NXT. There was this footage of Santos Escobar saying like, "You guys coming along?"
Yeah, exactly. He lost to I forget his name, but the mafia boss, D'Angelo. Yes. So yeah, maybe he's gonna go up there with his. So you got factions all over the place.
Didn't Legado and Hit Row had a rivalry as well?
There you go. So that they have worked before. They are comfortable with each other. So you have a feud built in right there. You have Los Lotharios. Finally, all these teams getting shine, and we don't have to see the same freaking Alpha Academy versus who did they keep fighting?
Street Profits. They forever fight Street Profits.
Oh my god!
Team RK Bro.
Yeah. Like,
wait, but who else are the tag teams on Raw now? Like other than Alpha Academy. There's no one else.
No one else. Yeah, so maybe Los Lotharios can go there first.
Yeah, Street Profits was actually technically from Raw. Yeah, so
Legado. I mean, not Los Lotharios. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, things are coming up for the tag team division.
And the draft is going to happen at some point. So things will get shaken up. All right.
Would it be too soon to have Gargano and Theory on the card though?
Oh, I think so. It's not established enough. Well, you never know. Like, Raw is tomorrow, right? So definitely they can, add a thing or two in there. More likely they will add Ciampa versus Miz, or that. Not Ciampa versus Miz. Ciampa versus AJ or something like that in there.
Yeah. And don't forget, tomorrow's Raw is at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
So we're gonna have Kurt Angle. Who knows what's gonna happen on Raw? So it's unpredictable, right? That's why you wanna watch it.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously with Triple H involved, they know that they need to start popping the crowds and make their TV must watch. So you got Trish in Toronto, you got Kurt in Pittsburgh.
Muhammad Daniel, you've completely reminded me. We never even mentioned the fact that Judgment Day is a thing as well.
Look, Rhea Ripley is the outstanding one. Finn Balor, as much as we loved him as Prince, as the Demon, right now he's weirdly hamstringing Judgment Day.
Why do you think him as the prince works so well in NXT, but his heel character is not working on the main roster right now?
Because he was just by himself looking menacing and not talking a lot, honestly. Like when he goes off and starts talking, like it's not great. It brings up Alpha Academy. You know what I would like to see actually from Pittsburgh?
I know.
Chad Gable finally getting a shine interacting with Kurt Angle. Like it's right there. It's
just
there. Yeah, it's the low hanging fruit, right? Maybe I don't know. Let them have a comedy segment backstage or something. Yeah.
I would love to see Kurt Angle interact with Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Cable Stevenson maybe appearing one time. I don't know. Yeah,
Stevenson, bro. Stevenson.
Oh yeah, all this while I keep saying Stevenson.
Yeah. Ray and Dominic. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the other rumored matchup, right? So some sort of a combination, like a 6-person tag.
So wait, Judgment Day versus Ray and Dominic, and who's the third person?
Edge.
Oh, Edge. Yeah. 6-6, right?
Yeah. So
and then at Clash, finally Dominic turns on Ray.
Maybe. Well, here's the other thing. So we're gonna have Rhea go in and fight, man?
I mean, she loves to make Dom her submissive.
Is she like carrying Dom like nothing like that? Yeah. I don't know. They've made to their merit, they've made Rhea look quite badass in the past couple of weeks, just carrying Dominic around like nothing like that.
And they made Dom have a bit of personality. Even he has a sub personality, you know?
I don't know if they will go as far as to make it a match. So maybe a tag team match again, Judgment Day versus the Mysterios with Edge and Rhea ringside.
Yeah, you'll never know.
And actually, can you imagine if after all these weeks of Rhea beating up Dom and carrying him around, it becomes like an Eddie and China relationship?
Ooh,
if you
a Latino.
Okay, yeah, but it's like, I mean, Dom doesn't really have that Eddie Guerrero charm quite yet, right? But you kind of see like similarities. Once a dominating, like powerful woman, and you had a Mexican guy. I don't know.
Bro, don't give them ideas, bro.
Book it. This is the Eddie. This is the Mamacita angle for 2022. Let's go.
Speaking of which, right, guys, very quick sidetrack. Make sure you guys check out WWE A&E documentary. Today is out. Rey Mysterio. And the WWE Rivals is the custody of Dominic storyline. So that's going to be fun to watch.
Rey versus Eddie, yeah?
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. So I hope for the sake of all of them, you're going to have this storyline.
Bro, that would be so epic. Oh my God, yes. Dom and Rhea becomes a thing. And then you have the concerned father in Rey Mysterio. I love you, son, but, this Rhea, I don't know about your relationship.
Oh my God, bro. You know what? I would fucking love it, man. I would laugh at it if that really happened.
And then you have Damian Priest and Finn going like, what the hell are you doing with this kid?
Yeah, this unholy alliance. And if that leads to Dominic turning heel and joining the Judgment Day, why not, right?
Yeah. And then it was, somehow, Rhea turns face after like a couple of months because she actually fell in love with Dominic.
Oh my God, and the crowd will love them as this unlikely couple.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's move on from that.
One more thing. What? And it's so ironic that her real life boyfriend used to on screen date the sister in Aaliyah. Oh my God.
Oh, so many different connections. Though this is the days of our lives. Bro, remember you go all the way back to the pandemic era, right? And I said, like, this low-key was my favorite storyline because this was straight out of a telenovela. Like
Aaliyah,
Buddy
Matthews.
Bring this shit back. Okay? Bring this shit back. And then have Aaliyah show up going, I don't believe you're dating this girl. She like literally slapped the shit out of you. But actually she has a softer side. Oh my God. I am there.
Oh my bro.
I am there for this shit.
Just dedicate the first hour of Raw to this telenovela. I'm down.
Last week and then you must do it in like Spanish or something like that.
Oh yeah. No, masih ada guitar. Last week.
But do it in Spanish.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. I don't know whether Triple H has it in him, but sure, why not? Let's go.
Bro, like there is. I'm not saying there is no room for comedy or fun in wrestling, as long as it doesn't make the business look dumb. People get married, people fall in love. That is a legitimate thing that happens in the workplace, so it can be a storyline, right? And there are very weird relationships. You know, a Rhea and a Dom, like what the fuck? Nobody can see the two of them together, but hey, why not?
Oh my god! Imagine Rhea says in the ring, right? You know the ring.
Yeah.
Dom, I can be your Dom.
Oh,
Bro, this is my brutality. Okay, I think we should talk about the main event, bro. I think it's time.
you have a backstage segment where Rhea, goes up to Dom and says, "Who's your daddy now?" Shit! Too many moments,
Okay,
bro.
okay.
Too many moments. Okay, let's move on. Before we talk about the main event, Muhammad Daniel did bring up something that the rumor is the titles are getting a revamp. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wing Eagle title brought back by Cody Rhodes. That's the only thing I can think of.
Cody? Actually, I saw, I took a cursory glance of a picture that got loaded. I don't know if it's a legit picture or some leak or some fan created one lah. But it looks like the winged eagle but with a big W in front. So I don't know if that's gonna be the one.
Where do you see? Is it on our Discord or
Instagram? But I don't know if this was a fan created one because I didn't read it. I was just like, I scroll through, something pops up. WWE looking to change the title. So I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. We'll wait and see lah. Wait and see. It's fine.
Yeah, they want to keep the W because it's like just branding for them, right?
Yeah.
Whenever the champion walks around.
But are they going to unify or are they going to separate? That's the other big thing. And there has been a lot of pressure from the USA Network. We need a main title on this show because we got no fucking title. Roman never shows up.
That's why I'm very curious and I can't really predict what's going to happen in the main event of Clash at the Castle. Because if Drew wins the title, it's great, right? But he wins both titles again.
Yeah.
So if he actually just challenged for the WWE title, then I could have seen him winning at Clash at the Castle.
Yep.
But now if everything's up in the air.
I feel like, okay, look, at the end of the day, right? I don't think anybody thinks Drew is going to win.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like, I know he's in quote-unquote home territory, right? It's his people. I don't see him, like you said, winning both titles. If it was only for one of the championships, then yes, I see that maybe he might win, right?
Maybe Triple H is giving Drew that moment that he never got at WrestleMania during the pandemic. Winning a world title in front of an audience.
Yeah, but you're talking about the undisputed championship, thus taking all the heat away from Roman Reigns. Like, are you sure he's ready for that?
I don't think so. You know why? There's one way to save it. This is my thinking.
There's the wild card that we've sort of forgotten. Because he's been he hasn't been booked, and maybe that's why WWE hasn't booked him, because they want you to forget that he is still Mr. Money in the Bank.
Mr. Money in the Bank is there. Theory. He could, maybe he wouldn't cash it in, but he would cause enough of a distraction to distract Roman Reigns. Or my actual prediction.
Oh, that wasn't your prediction. Okay, go.
That wasn't sure. That was one, right? But who's our favorite guy on SmackDown in recent weeks, bro?
Who's our favorite guy on SmackDown?
Yeah, the one that's been stealing the show every single time.
Stealing the show every... Oh, Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn?
What? Wait, what? What does he do?
So Sami Zayn has been like the MVP of SmackDown, right? Trying to insert himself in the bloodline. Yeah. Even in the last weeks, the beatdown on Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn also was part of the beatdown.
Yeah. Even though he lost, he still stand there.
Yeah, so he joined in. Now he's he just FOMO himself into the whole situation, right?
Okay.
What if the way to make Sami Zayn like a huge baby face, right, is that he tries to help Roman Reigns retain the title, but because of him trying to help, he inadvertently cost the title.
Oh.
And this could be the out that Roman Reigns needs. Like, he tries to help, or he distract, or he tried to hit the title belt on Drew, but then it missed and hit Roman, whatever it is. And then he kena thrown out of the ring, kena Claymore 1, 2, 3, done. And then you have a perfect storyline going for on the SmackDown side because Roman Reigns is gonna unleash all this anger on Sami Zayn.
So he's going to kill Sami Zayn for a few weeks.
Kill him and destroy him. And then making Sami Zayn the biggest underdog babyface on SmackDown inadvertently. What do you think about that?
I like it from a storytelling point of view because then Drew McIntyre can move on to Karrion Kross because Karrion Kross is another person who's involved. And maybe Karrion is the one that causes Roman Reigns to lose. I don't know. But I still go back to, are they ready to take the titles off Roman Reigns? And I don't believe they are. If anything, maybe Karrion Kross causes Drew to lose, thus setting up Drew versus Karrion, moving on, and then Roman Reigns, whoever else is the next in line lah.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't see Roman holding on to the titles any longer because there's just no other viable challenger. Who are they going to build up after Drew? Honestly.
Right. And Saleh says, speaking of Roman, they are celebrating his 2-year run next week on SmackDown. That's the SmackDown that was taped, right? Before the Clash. So they're going to celebrate the 2 years and then be like, all right, you're losing it now.
I think that will be in line with Triple H being unpredictable. Because if, the Vince McMahon's booking will be hold the title all the way to WrestleMania 39, put it in LA, have the match with The Rock.
Yeah.
But I would argue that that match doesn't need a title.
Yeah, we talked about this like many weeks already.
Yeah, so if you hold the title up on Roman Reigns and they have the match, right?
Yeah.
Then it's clear The Rock just come back just to do a job, right?
Yeah.
But if he drops the title, then the match is more unpredictable. It can be The Rock Hogan. The title can be on someone else.
Yeah,
not necessarily feels like the main event, but the main event is still Roman Reigns versus The Rock.
Can you imagine a Roman Reigns with the bloodline and then the Usos still have the undisputed tag team titles and Roman is like slowly unraveling or something like that because he doesn't have a title in his own bloodline?
Yeah, I can see that. I can even see the Usos finally turning back on Roman Reigns. Like he has this whole collapse of the empire, of the Roman Empire.
Wow, that's big. I mean, sometimes you need to shake things up like that, right? Okay, so let's say going on that, Drew wins the Undisputed Championship, and then next week on SmackDown, he combines the two into one Undisputed title, which is where the new belt comes in. And then down the road, they just create one World Heavyweight Championship, bring back the big gold belt on Raw.
I would love that. Honestly, I would actually prefer what they're doing right now, which is they have the one main champion, make him a roving champion. But the top singles titles on each show is the IC and the US title.
Yes. But yeah, that's the big issue. The main champion is not Roman is not on freaking Raw. Let's be real, right? Yeah, so like you said, have the IC and the US title. I don't know, haven't they? I feel like they've done this before. They merged two main titles, and then after a while, because of brand split, they brought back the big gold belt. Wasn't that the one where Bischoff gave the title to Triple H?
Yes, because the whole storyline was Brock Lesnar won the title from The Rock, right? He became undisputed champion. But then Stephanie McMahon managed to sign him to an exclusive SmackDown contract. He will only appear on SmackDown.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that cause,
technically they can do that again. They combine the Roman Reigns' belt, that becomes Drew's belt when Drew wins, and then they just create a new one on Raw.
Maybe. I would say the draft will be very interesting to watch out because that will really, you will see what Triple H's plans is for each show.
If there is a draft, or are they going to, completely once again do away with this brand separation stuff?
I don't think they will do away with it because I think Raw and SmackDown as a whole is such a strong identity. Now that they have different networks to compete with, I think they want to keep it separate as well.
But then again, you have the Street Profits showing up on SmackDown, and they are Raw. So what are they doing on SmackDown? So they are kind of like playing very loose with this brand split right now. Let's be real.
Yeah, a bit lah.
But at the same time, I don't think Lashley has showed up on SmackDown ever since he returned. So he's kind of exclusive. Yeah. So it's very weird. Like, I don't know who they decide can go over, who cannot go over.
I miss the days when Triple H, Shawn Michaels was exclusive on Raw, Undertaker, Rey Mysterio exclusive on SmackDown. Like, you really felt like Batista was a SmackDown guy. Yeah. John Cena was a Raw guy.
To me, I feel like, okay, this is just my preference. If they are going to stick with a brand split, they should have two main champions, two mid-card. and 2 tag team. And the only one that will rove is the women's tag team because they don't have roster big enough.
Yeah. I think I trust Triple H, so
in
not worried at all.
In Papa H, we trust. Okay,
Papa John.
Yeah. So I mean, if anything, this main event is more compelling than anything else AEW has right now. I'll be real honest. Even the mid card, even the Gunther versus Sheamus is more compelling than what is on the All Out card right now. Of course, we don't know what's going to be added. Mox, CM Punk, whether that's going to happen at All Out or not, we'll wait and see, or some variation of it. That might change things a little bit.
Drew versus Reigns over Moxley versus Punk for you right now, right? In terms of who you want to see more.
No. If Mox and Punk actually happens, because we don't know if that's going to happen, right? Yep. If it actually does happen, then I would say it's on par. To me, on par. But if it doesn't happen, like let's say Dynamite happens and they announce nothing, then I'll be like, okay, fuck, I can completely miss All Out. And I wouldn't be upset. I'll just read the spoilers or whatever and I'll be fine.
But then you know for a fact Tonika is by hook or by crook going to make CM Punk come back in front of Chicago, right? Come on.
Yeah, can you imagine he doesn't show up at Chicago? That's crazy talk, man.
They gotta sell some pay-per-view buys. Pay-per-view buys are very important for Tonika, remember.
Interesting. I don't know why we're going back to AEW, but can you imagine if that match happens and now see Mox is getting booed to death because he's in Punk territory?
Yeah. We shall see. Like, it's the whole Ronda and Liv Morgan situation. We always thought it was one way. Then suddenly the crowd changed the opinion and dictate the reaction. It really depends. But I would say that Jon Moxley losing the title again would be the funniest thing ever because he also become transitional champion.
Okay. So to be fair, Clash definitely I want to watch live. All Out, really, it's just the main event. Like, I'm sorry, but the rest of the card, I can skip. I can watch it later.
Okay. Regardless of whether we watch it later or not, we will still be here next Monday. Same time, same place, reviewing everything, right?
There is no later to watch because it's happening on Monday and we have to do a podcast immediately. So I have to watch it live no matter what.
I'm so sorry, bro. You gotta suck thumb.
I know. I have to do it at work. I show Jackie, okay, come, give me your layman's point of view here, which is going to be fun, actually. I'm looking forward to that, if anything.
Yeah, okay, that'll be fun. Let her know about Moxley and the pleasuring wrestler that they did the shit with. Then let her watch the main event.
Okay, Ken, will do. That being said, I think that'll do it for today's podcast. We are coming up to 2.5 hours already. My God. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This became a gauntlet match. I mean, not a gauntlet match, an Iron Man match. What?
This is almost as long as a 3-hour Raw, so we appreciate you guys staying throughout.
Absolutely. Jump into the Discord if you haven't already, joined our Discord. We can chat about the pay-per-views while they are happening, right? And once again, as always, we appreciate you being here. Check out our Patreon if you want to take your support to the next level. If you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe on the video you see right now. It really helps us out.
Yeah, man, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are 1/10 of the way there at 176 subscribers. So we appreciate any support. Please share with us or share the podcast with some of your wrestling fans in Singapore or wherever you are in the world who doesn't know about wrestling. Yeah, please do.
Hey, like the Singapore song, we will get there. Okay. That being said,
deep in my heart.
Yes, next week, not like Effie, his hand deep in his pants. Next Monday, we'll be back to review Clash at the Castle. If we have time, I don't know, we'll try to eyeball Worlds Collide, but we'll definitely review All Out as well.
Yeah, we'll never know what's going to happen on Wednesday, Dynamite, Raw, SmackDown this week. So keep in touch with us. Please feel free to connect with us on our Instagram. If you want to talk with us in our Discord. We are always there, very active every single day. Appreciate it. And
Discord best, yes.
Discord them show. And please support us on Patreon as well as YouTube. No regrets over there.
All right, let's get out of here, bro. As always, it's been fun. Hey, it's Mr. Young.
And it's Warren in the building. Have a great week ahead.
Kick to the gut. I like it.